So that's literally the whole. Hello everyone and welcome back to Tabletop Fables, and everyone is ready to go.
I got a cookie for being on time.
Especially a professor.
I'm DM Cody, and going around we'll start from this end. Someone who doesn't have a face full of cookie.
Can I have some face? Can I have some cookies?
You can have a face full of cookie, but you can't have a cookie.
Introduce yourself first.
I do not want Professor's
You have a
face.
cookie full of face.
Okay, cool. And on that note, my name is Matthew, and I'm playing a God-fearing tabaxi called Smoke. Let's make Eldath great again. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got.
That was a wild ride to
Wrong kind of hat.
Yeah, you need less, less real hair, more orange to pay.
Well, it's orange, it's half there.
It's true, yeah. And on that note, g'day there. I'm Cooper. I'm playing Sarissa, a tiefling eldritch knight. I have no hat, nor orange hair, nor desire to make Eldath great again. Instead, I have my own desires, and they will, I'm sure, come to her, really. Spoiler alert. You're up.
In time, buddy. In time. Eldath will still love you regardless.
Well, maybe we could just make Eldath great full stop. Maybe she's never been great before.
It's a good point.
Yeah, indeed. Anyway, I'm Blake, I'm playing Raz. If he's currently trying to figure out how he's going to bite an animated suit of armor.
I mean, it's as easy as it sounds, I just wouldn't recommend it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The ability to bite it is less important than the ability to bite it successfully.
Yes, that's it.
Would a monk be able to bite a animated armor
Yes.
and still have it still count
said yes.
as a martial arts
I
attack?
mean, I'm speaking as someone who isn't the DM for this game.
Because that's what I do in my games.
Well, it depends if you count the Drunken Master style. Anyway, my name's Brett. I'm playing Professor Montbank, who doesn't understand why we're not killing the woman who's wanting to bring hell here. Because that's like... The logic of that is you kill the people trying to bring hell here, and it's a good thing. He doesn't understand why people are getting so emotional about, like, murdering a tied-up woman.
It sounds like you have issues, Professor. Would you like to talk to someone about it?
Yes, but no one currently present. But more importantly, a fascinating suit of armor is about to be destroyed.
Yeah, nobody here is qualified to talk to him about that.
Eldath is. She knows.
Nobody here is qualified to talk to him about that.
Good point.
Yeah.
Is Eldritch very Greek god?
She can be.
Because
That's what it takes to win you over to her side.
It's kind of that thing.
It's like, that's very...
And this is the entire session.
So, quick recap.
Yes.
Last week, you managed to break into the Van Thanth's Manor, quietly getting through the treetops and to the second floor of the guards patrol below.
Thanks to
Close
Eldath.
misses, mainly thanks to Eldath. You ended up in a room with an elderly lady sleeping in the bed. You brutally bludgeoned the back of her head, knocking her unconscious.
I did.
Why are you this?
I like how you're trying to claim like kudos
Okay.
for that.
Yes.
When you got the seal for an adventuring guild, you're all in this together. You now have a very strange fat cat following you with wings. Seems to like you quite a bit.
Smoke checks himself for wings.
And you moved on, finding some treasures and potions in the next room over, before going into the next room and seeing a suit of armour ahead of you. As you stepped into the door, it burst into flame, drawing its sword and stepping forward.
Important question, just... When we were in, like, the bathroom ensuite area, was there toilet paper and can I loot it?
No, it was actually all taken.
Someone got there before us.
There were empty shelves.
Reality imitating art.
Yeah, fuck.
Roll initiative.
These opinions do not necessarily reflect how Smoke feels.
I'm gonna go silver die. Silver die!
I'm gonna go
Not
for
that, not that.
highest.
Anyone over 20?
No!
15 to 20.
16
16. What's your dex score?
plus 4. 18 dexterity.
10 to 15.
15 flat.
15.
Keep going.
12 bumpy.
12. Less than 12. Smoke on a big old 4.
Oh my god.
It's alright, healer's coming up on the rear, we got this.
I'm not last in the initiative order. Yes.
So you hear the crunch of metal armor as it steps down, flame springing forward, it holds its shield up and draws its sword. You are first in initiative.
Right, excellent. Bonus action, summon my rapier to my hands. Because I can do that, and while I think about what to do.
Smoke harms do.
What I am going to do is Sarissa is going to essentially, if it had eyes, she would lock eyes with it, and her sclera just goes all black. And like the icy cold white, the icy blue pupils sort of like flare a little bit, and there's this sound of rattling chains, and the shadows around it sort of like start to lift and shift like smoke, and then these not this smoke, and then these just like thick, heavy black chains burst out of the shadows and wrap around it in a 20-foot cube. I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's number one smoke for the night.
That's a magic attack.
Yes, it is. It's magic.
17.
Succeeds. It is not restrained, however, it is in the middle of a 20-foot cube, which is difficult terrain, and anytime it starts its turn in there, it needs to make a dex save.
Yep.
How big is this room?
Yeah, that's a good question.
21-foot cube.
Right, guys, we're all fighting still.
And will that affect us if we walk in there?
Yes.
It's 20 foot. It's okay. So you put a 20-foot cube into a 20-foot room.
Can you control the size?
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast Fireball.
So you see these spectral, ghostly chains of dark energy writhing and twisting along the floor and up the walls in the room.
Let me check this because
I assume you cast it in like the back corner or something like that.
Yeah, it would be so. It would be to try and have a pass.
Really?
Well, that's rather convenient.
Yeah, it's each creature, so we all would otherwise.
Things to check.
So that's my action and bonus action done.
Somewhere in another room, there's
So where
random
you would be
chains.
standing,
Yep.
some of you would be within 5 or 10 feet of these. Almost all of you in the room would be within 5 or 10 feet.
Some of you are going to be entangled.
move
That is a
then.
sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Well, I mean, I already tried to sacrifice you lot.
You did.
So,
Homemade pet's not effective.
Almost
Yeah.
certainly. Mine has
well,
wings.
as long as it's still in there, I'm going to remain where I am. So it stays in that. So it stays in
I'm
that.
pretty sure I was
spot.
towards the front of the group. What's your DC?
My DC, DC 15.
Oh no.
I equals I passed.
Oh good.
Everyone else sort of freezes for a moment as you burst into action, ready for combat. Noticing this, it draws its sword and comes at you. The first one is 20 to hit.
Hits.
The second one...
Actually, I'm going to use my reaction to defensive duelist and parry that, adding my proficiency to my AC.
Yep.
So 21 AC for that first attack, so miss.
Second attack is 21.
That will hit. Got it.
Oh dear.
I can deal with the one.
Yes, somebody else is getting stabbed.
You take 7 points of slashing damage.
Excellent.
And 6 points of fire damage.
So 3. Is that already halved?
No. that
So
was
3 points of fire
6.
damage.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm good with this.
As it slashes and a burst of flame comes out from under the armour. Which brings us to Raz.
Neat.
Let's step forward as you enter the room. It's probably only about 5 feet away from you.
It doesn't exactly look like something that's going to be bolted by a crossbow bolt, is it?
Roll a free insight check.
Yeah. No, 18.
It looks like it would probably be quite difficult to damage with the crossbow, but you could probably get in amongst the armour and break pieces off and do some damage. I.e. resistant, not immune.
Yeah, I figured probably the case. And it's not going to be that's probably not going to be bolt by silver either, therefore I'm just going to do both. I'm going to draw a rapier and a hand crossbow, and on next turn I'll load that because fuck.
Yeah.
Figure it would be unfair for me to be able to load it this turn. I'm going to try to give it a jab with a rapier. And probably miss. 5 plus 7
Yes, that
misses.
it glances off and it goes through the fire, and as you draw it back, you see it's already superheated just from the moment it was in there.
Oh, neat.
Professor.
I move out of this giant web of dark chains.
So back into the dressing room.
Well,
The open door.
up to where the horror's fighting Sarissa.
It would be right next to you. This would be happening in a bit of a cluster.
Yeah, okay, well, I try to move out as far as I can.
Where Sarissa's standing, where it's happening, you could get back into the dressing room and still have line of sight through the door.
It started its turn in the web, yeah?
Yes.
Then it would have to make a dexterity saving throw. Every turn. Every time it starts its turn.
Passes.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
20. So I do as well. Then don't need to get too worry about that. So has it been less than an hour since we scaled the wall?
Less than an hour, yes. It's only been about 15, probably 5 minutes.
Yeah. Not long at all.
I stab it with my hand.
Oh, right, yes. Your altered hands.
Currently,
A magical
as
bone spear.
bone spear, yep, so spear damage.
Yep. Well, spell damage, but
Stab it.
Is it a magic?
Oh, yeah, do they
Yes.
have magic? Yeah, they
it
count
counts as a +1 magical weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think that's going to matter too much.
Probably not.
So can I use my dex? That's the question. Ultra cell. I would assume I can. It's a finesse weapon. It's my own bloody hands.
Makes sense.
No, it doesn't. I gotta give myself a chance. 12 plus my proficiency, 15 plus 1, 16.
2 hit.
Yes.
What are you doing with that spear?
Just stab.
Yeah, so you go through, once again, it just slides past the armor. It seems quite rounded. It's very hard to get a straight hit on it.
If my hands are both weapons, am I able to make an offhanded attack?
Yeah,
Probably a
without
bit of a stretch.
proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah, without proficiency, for sure.
Ooh. Without proficiency or without a bonus on damage?
Without proficiency.
16, 17.
Yeah, so once again, it glances off. As it swings through the shield, it's blocking your attack.
I'm done.
Smoke.
As Smoke is slowly getting to grips that they're about to act, he's just sort of got his hands by his side, just the hat. And then as soon as he's ready to act, and then cast Guiding Bolt at it. With a 25 to hit.
That hit.
Damn, son.
Excellent.
You win some, you lose some. 12 points of radiant damage. And with a with a bonus action, I just just scratch my new cat friend behind its ear, and then I crouch behind it.
Yep, roll a perception check for me.
Okay. That's not that great,
It's not going to be too good.
14.
Yep. As you duck behind, you look up and see at the window a very angry-looking hawk glaring at you. As the guiding bolt hits, you see it hit the armor and just absorb into the flame, and the flame sort of bursts with radiant light for a second. It judders an emotion that implies a brief moment of pain before it regains itself. Sarissa.
Alright, so Guiding Bolt also gives advantage on the next attack, right?
Correct.
Awesome. I'd like to hold my action to cast Shocking Grasp until after Blade Swing.
Because you'll have advantage on that anyway.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now, just to check, should everyone in this area now be?
I would have tried to shift it so it was only hitting that. If I couldn't have, then I couldn't have.
You probably could have in the first round, but he would have moved towards you through it.
Alright, no worries.
So if you did, he's out of it now.
Yeah, that's no worries.
Is that what you want to do, or do you want everyone in that?
Essentially, what I was going to try to do is if it's like a 20-foot square, he starts here. We're in these three. Just have it so it's just on that the edge of the cube is there, so he'd still be in it while we're
Attacking
cornering
In
it.
combat, he would have pushed in.
In which case, yeah.
Unless you're going for the whole area.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. No worries. 21.
Yeah, so his first attack, you see him drop the sword a little bit back and come through with his shield, swing to try and knock you down.
Yep.
And you sort of just weather the storm and brush it off.
Sweet.
He comes through with his sword for a slash,
Yep.
dealing no fire damage as you definitely parry it, and the fire
Sweet.
burns past you. But you do take 12 points of slashing damage.
Radio.
Raz.
Cool.
Shit. Alright.
I can ignore the loading property. Therefore, I'm going to load that hand crossbow.
Yeah, you've got that advantage as well.
I do. I'm going to try to attack it with the rapier first.
Yeah.
Because that does more damage. There's a natural 20. Beautiful. There's what we like to see.
The rapier slashing.
Indeed. And because I have...
Piercing, aren't they?
They are piercing.
Unless it's flaming.
Piercing?
They
Yeah.
are piercing. Okay. I do roll 2d8, yes?
You're level 5, 3d8.
Oh, okay, well this is for the rapier, because it's a crit.
Yep, so
I
double
have-
damage.
Yep.
But we're doing it so full damage on the first
You're
one,
right.
and then you roll the second die.
You're right. Okay, cool. So those go
So
away.
8 plus your d8.
Yes. And the d6s are all maxed as well, because sneak attack, because advantage.
All maxed.
Like, so,
All damage is double. Is
Yes.
maxed, right? Like all
I believe
dice.
so, yes.
All dice are maxed.
So,
For the crit, your base damage dice is maxed, and then you roll.
yes.
So does that include sneak attack? Because that sneak attack
How many
is...
d6s is a sneak attack?
3.
I'll let you max 1, and then roll 2.
Fair enough.
But does he get to roll twice?
I'll say
Because
3.
sneak attack normally counts as like on
It's
your
like,
crit.
yeah, it's just bonus damage.
Okay,
crit.
yes. Alright, yeah, with the crit, I'll say yes.
What does that mean?
So that means your base dice are all maxed, and then
All
roll
of
your
them,
second one.
including these 3. Okay. Alright.
So it's a crit.
Alright. Finish with all of that.
And I'm sure there'll be no other rogues in the rest of the game.
Okay.
Enemies.
Indeed, right? Alright. 10, 7 plus 26. 33.
7 plus 26.
Yeah, 33 points of piercing damage. Wow.
Nice.
Off of the one attack. And
So yeah, you slash or stab with your rapier, feeling that it shouldn't be effective, but you do just manage to get into the armour, and it seems to loosen something. You see the armour wobble a bit, and it seems unsteady on its feet.
and with my bonus action and crossbowiness,
Yep.
I will take a shot with the hand crossbow. Which is 17.
Yeah, so that just glances off the helm, firing into the chains behind. I'm guessing they're still up.
The chains.
In the area.
Yeah, I'll keep it up for now. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
That was my bad. 33 plus 4. I forgot to add my own dex bonus.
Always
Yep.
fun.
Cool. You've got a ready action?
Yeah. So I was rating a shocking grasp.
Yep.
So
After I've gone, yep.
Yep. That's going to be a plus 7, 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Excellent. 2d8 lightning damage.
Nice. Oh, that's right. Because we're level
That
1.
is very little. 8 points of lightning damage.
Lightning.
I rolled 2 2s on the d8s.
Woof.
Yeah, so you just grab onto the armor, you feel the heat of it rolling off, and you just send magic through it, shocking it through.
bet.
You'll see arcs of lightning chase through the armor.
I'm a tiefling. Fire doesn't bother me.
Much.
Professor.
I try my stab again, and I hit with both.
Oh, nice.
I assume I rolled a 16 and I rolled a crit. So
What's the 16?
16 plus.
16 plus my dex plus proficiency, so 21.
Yep, that is. Just.
Yeah, right. So 16 gets higher than 20, and the other one was a 20, so it probably hit.
So
Ooh.
4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7 damage from my primary hit.
Yep.
Magic. Ooh, crit is good. Now, because it's my uphammer, I don't get my dex bonus, so just 12 magic. Yes.
12. Yep. Cool. Yep, you hit twice, both good hits, and with it still shaking from the lightning surging through it, you see parts of the armor start to disintegrate and dent in.
I try to aim for sections where I know there'd be arcane runes of holding it together and keeping the magic afloat. Just as a fluff thing.
Flavor.
Roll a d100, let's make it not a fluff thing.
Wow, jeez.
Okay.
Actually, roll an arcana check for me and I'll see how hard the other 100 is.
18.
Good lord.
Yep.
18.
18.
No, wait, it's...
What?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's 18. Yep.
All right. You punch it a couple of times with your magical weapon hands. As it's arcing the lightning, you just see it just drop its shield as it clatters to the ground.
Damage the control rooms! I don't know why I'm doing a robot.
That's what you. Well, you have stabby hands.
Smoke.
My new cat creature, winged monster thing. Is it considered a beast?
No.
It's a monstrosity.
Yeah.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, it's like the size of this pillow. So I don't know how you crouch behind it.
No, it's more the size of a normal big fat tabby cat.
Is that not the size of this pillow?
A little bit smaller.
Alright.
I crouched behind it. I never said I was like.
Successfully behind it.
Have you got a pet tiger?
Okay.
Look, don't ask questions you
There
want
was a
to
desk in
answer.
the room. You could have probably got in behind that, but that would be wrapped in the shadow chains.
That's fine. I'm going to do something that I haven't done for a while. With my hands at my side permanently until I'm ready to act again. With the other hand, I'm going to go and cast Thorn Whip at it.
Yep.
Ooh.
And I have not used that in a long time.
Yeah, right. It's a spell attack. So d20 plus your proficiency plus your spellcasting modifier, which I believe for a cleric is wisdom.
Yeah, so a lot.
Yep.
21.
Quite high.
Hit.
21 and la 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 la. That is just one. You said 1d6 plus.
Your 1d6 flat, I believe.
2d6, we're level 5 now.
2d6, yes.
Probably 2d6.
Yes, 2d6. And I believe it has to make a strength saving throw or be dragged 10 feet towards you.
No, over the cat.
Yeah, over the
If
cat.
it's larger or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet.
It is smaller.
So I pull it 10 feet closer and 5 piercing damage.
So you pull it probably straight into your face.
If it didn't pass the strength saving throw, you sure would have.
Ah, yes, of course, that makes sense.
But you whip your thorn whip around its leg, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Try and drag it in. It just pulls back, and as you're doing, the thorn snaps and resutures itself back into the whip.
Fair enough.
Are you doing anything with your free or bonus action?
I'm just going to look at this cat creature thing and then look back at the armor, look back at the cat creature, look back at the armor, like pleading with my eyes for it to make an attack.
It purrs and rubs against your leg.
Yeah.
Seeming completely unperturbed by the combat happening around it.
I'll work on that later.
Hawk should feel honoured that you don't throw Hawk at every enemy you come across.
Speaking of which,
Okay.
being a it's not a familiar, it's just a companion, isn't it?
Accurate.
Hawk.
Hawk, yes.
So it can attack on my turn, is it?
If it's not outside a window, yes.
Okay.
And I believe
If you want to smash through the window, it probably could.
I look at Hawk's eyes. I look at the bottom of the window. I look back at Hawk's eyes and bottom of the window. See if he can try to understand it and maybe open it.
Oh my god, please. Looks like he's trying.
Yeah, he seems to know what you're talking about. He's getting his beak and trying to lift it. He doesn't quite get it though.
It's a strong Hawk.
I just raise my hand as a thumb and say, "Good job, buddy," and that's it.
Sarissa.
Awesome.
Great turn.
So, what I'm going to do is bonus action. I'm not going to do that yet. I don't need to yet. Actually, I will. Bonus action, I'm going to second wind for d10 plus vital level health. Hell yeah, 13 hit points. And then I am going to free action, throw my rapier back behind me, and I believe it was an action to cast. But she's going to cast that cantrip that you gave me, the Black Chains one.
Yep.
So yeah, she basically just throws the rapier behind her and holds out her hands, and the that similar smoke that the web spell had. I'm going to drop that, by the way. So the smoke from the web spell comes over to her arms, engulfs them, and then just these bladed chains just start pouring out of the smoke and wrapping around as they lengthen out of both of her hands. Now I don't believe I got an attack as part of the spell casting.
Correct.
So that's everything except for my familiar.
Yep.
Which I've got about last round.
You did. Yes, you did.
He's just going to be out of the room for the time being.
Flying through the door.
No, he's just going to be out of the room for the time being. Just sort of on Smoke's hat.
Speaking
Just waiting
of
for the moment.
small, adorable animals around Smoke, isn't that tabby cat behind you?
In front of him, but yes.
Wait, I'm outside the room.
No, because aren't you in front? So when you threw the rapier behind you,
But it wouldn't be like that way, so it wouldn't be directly behind. It'd be like that way.
He's rolling the
As the cat was running.
But yeah, my familiar will wait until it is my turn again, in which case we'll go around, take a help action, give me advantage on my strikes.
Yep.
Neat.
Alright, so this horror looks around
I'm taunting it.
with an unusual intelligence. It seems to be calculating what's happening. And you see it
with a calculator.
red flames inside it turn a bright white blue
Oh, God.
flare out of it. Everyone within melee range make a dex saving throw.
I don't have evasion. Bollocks!
Right, yo.
Oh, that's a natural 20. Fuck yeah.
So,
How did you do that?
dex save
Yep.
to the suit.
Yeah. Straight up.
is a 12.
I also got a 12.
What did you get?
Natural 20.
Yep. So as it flares, the heat just rolls off. You jump back. This white hot flame licks both of you. You do have resistance to this.
Indeed.
Do you enjoy it?
It does 12 points of
I also
fire
have
damage.
reaction absorb elements,
Yep.
so I get an extra d6 of damage.
Yep.
And I take half the damage again, so 12 points of fire, 6, 3.
Yes. That's how that works.
Yes.
Ooh.
Wait, do I only take half damage because I succeeded? Or do I
You
take
don't
no
take any
damage?
damage. Make a
Really?
strength save again.
And I
Right,
pass my
yeah.
concentration check on myself.
Which spell?
Hold a save. My
Uh,
hands aren't naturally
well,
made of
yeah,
stats.
12.
That he thinks.
So this time, without the shield in his hand, he just backfists you with a gauntlet, knocking you to the ground.
radio,
Then he
Right it
steps
is.
in with his sword.
fight me.
And despite having advantage on his attack, still somehow misses.
Fight me.
You are a fighter. That's
Which brings us to Raz.
Hey!
So,
Alrighty, after doing what I imagine was a sick
No,
backflip
that's
to
not
avoid
damage.
the attack, so I'm gonna continue my shenanigans of trying to stab it and stab it real good.
Yep. You feel this heat intensifying and rolling off it as you go into attack.
That's not great, but.
yes.
Ooh. Ooh.
You notice the reward's starting to scorch a bit as well.
Yeah, as soon as these things are noted in the heat of the moment, I'm going to, like,
Truly.
it's like, goes to take a step forward, it's like, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to shoot you in the face and hope that that works. And you know what? It probably does on a 20.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm in base where two of us are, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've used my reaction, and I'm prone. Indeed.
Well, I'm sort of threat.
It's true.
Oh, God, that's actually good.
Alrighty. So, that is, once again, 18 plus lots. 28, 32, 36, plus my own dex, 40 points of piercing damage.
Hell. Rogues, man.
What the shit?
Yeah, you shoot a crossbow, was it?
Yes.
And as it hits these flames, it just seems to burn up and splinter with shards of it exploding inside the helm itself, ricocheting around. A bits of armor fall off from the inside as the flames lick up around it.
Oh, this is
As it
terrifying.
hits, Professor and Sarissa make a con save for me.
I'm not
Proficiency in
apologizing.
those. No. 24.
Ooh.
Yep, so you take no damage, Professor.
Let's just go with a no.
You take 16 points of fire damage as it hits out.
Wow.
11 just in case I was rolling.
Well, in that case, no.
Squishy caster.
Which brings us to your turn.
What am I doing in melee? Leaving. I disengage and move. I disengage. I move to the window where.
Hawkers?
Yeah, because we left familiars to at least I left a familiar to keep watch on things.
Yep.
So I assume that Snake's familiar, as I see it, is coming with important news, and I disengage, walk over, and use part of my movement to open up the latch.
Yep.
What is it, boy?
Roll initiative for Hawk.
Hawk is just squawking at you. They're like,
What is that?
do I plus anything for it?
Plus your proficiency.
So that's what, 4, isn't it? 3 or 4, so
The 3 at most, I'll say.
13 then.
13.
Quiet a second.
Cool. Smoke. You see Hawk.
I better straight from work.
Yeah.
As the Professor pulls the window up.
Yep, cool. Alright. Well, I'm getting rather bored with all this. Smoke says, so I'm going to end it somehow with a cool 3rd level spell.
Okay.
I'm just going to cast Windwall at it.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh jeez.
Because why not?
Can you suckle the oxygen out?
Oh, the window's open. There's probably a lot of reason why not in fairness. But I mean, hey, here we go.
This is on the same level as casting Fireball.
Okay, who cares? Let's take it.
Curtis is over there losing his faith in this entire party.
And humanity.
Okay.
Probably just us.
Troll guys is going to go.
Did you
There
want
aren't
me
any
to
who
describe it?
Look, he can't deal with our shit. There's not enough toilet paper.
Okay, so I can make up a wall of strong wind rises from the ground at a point you choose within range. I just cast it at its feet or just in front of. You can make a wall up to 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick. I'm just going to make it up. I'm just going to just make it as big to fill the room and just block it, everything out. So
Right.
I'm just going to go from
My familiar's not helping me.
floor, not anymore. Floor to ceiling.
Just blowing upwards.
Yep, well, yeah, just add it. Whatever.
Horse flying over. Did you ever know you're the wind beneath my...
That's how it goes. Cool. So when it appears, each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. It takes 3d8 bludgeoning on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Roll your dice.
16.
Saves against his DC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 14.
Oh wait, will that include me?
We'll include everyone in the room.
Everyone in the room!
What do I need to get?
Hide and 13.
14.
Um,
Oh, yeah, 14 saves.
is it half on a save?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, 14 saves.
Well, I was trying to make it so it wouldn't actually, like, because I can make it up to 50 feet, up to this. I was trying to just put it in.
Roll an Arcana check.
Alright. Thank you for the olive branch. Good stuff.
He needs it.
I think I'm getting the olive branch here. I think.
It's not amazing.
It's true. You'd be pretty damn.
First one.
Oh my god. How many
There it is.
times that? Hey, hello.
He got that.
12. Unless it's a 12. Yeah.
Because the professor was out the window, I'll say you evade, but everyone else is still close enough to have to do it.
Cool.
Well, my
Okay,
4 hit
safe.
points remaining, thank you.
Do you want to just like climb out the window for a bit?
So, like,
take a potion
11.
and then come back?
The 13, it takes 13 bludgeoning damage.
Down to 7, and I don't think the armor's going to attack me, so I'm going to uncanny dodge that damage. And take that down to 3. Because I have the
One
ability
hit, I'm
to.
gonna retreat.
Oh no, don't make me tank.
Are you doing anything else this round?
I'm just gonna put my hands, my tabaxi hands over my knees and then that's it.
Yep. No one can hear over the roar of the wind.
Yeah.
Or we can just close the door, walk out, close the doors, and let.
Well, that's what I'm thinking of doing, because I have the plan.
Is it a cunning plan?
No, it's just a standard plan.
Damn it.
Alright, so Sarissa.
Excellent. I've got my chains out, which means I've got a 10-foot reach. I'm leaping back into the door.
Are you still prone?
I am getting to my feet. And I'm walking back to the door. Not taking the
I
disengage.
use part of the wind to
Not taking it.
No, you can attack me from the back.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
That's a D100.
2d10, 99 damage.
It's 2d10. Oh dear. That's lots. Like
And does the wind wall keep something at bay that it is trying to attack with?
You take 24 points of slashing damage
Oh, right, yo. Alright.
You alright, mate? You alright?
and
So-
8 points of fire damage.
Would the
4 points. 4 points.
Would the wind wall?
I'm going to use my reaction to absorb elements to halve that again.
14 points of fire damage, sorry.
Yep, so I use my reaction.
The wind wall doesn't have anything that.
So 7 down to 3.
Like the fire, I wouldn't have just like.
I'm not even going to bother then, because that puts me dead on 0.
Ah!
Better than being minus.
I'm going to minus, so I'm unconscious, I can't use my reaction.
Yeah.
So I am on 0.
Oh dear.
Is that an unstable or dying?
Stable. Means stable.
Alright, you go down. Threat assessment time.
I think it's pretty fucking likely it assesses threats in an intelligent manner.
Very much.
Is your name Plume of Smoke?
Yes, it is.
You are to be terminated.
Bring it on.
Yes?
What's your AC?
You are!
50.
It doesn't hit 50.
Oh, then that's I'm fine then. 17.
17? Oh. Yeah, that does hit.
If it must.
I think it must.
Can I cast shield on other people?
So, you take
Lots.
13 points of slashing damage with the
Less
sword.
than I thought.
Question.
Yes.
What did it roll a crit?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no worries. So I was about to say, what did it roll? Because I could have shielded.
Would have helped. So you take 7 points of fire damage.
Sure, I'll take it.
Which brings us to Raz.
Cool. It's now in the threatened square of a certain smoke, yes? Then it appears I have one more shot to
Fairly
make.
damaged as well.
I have one more shot to make. This is going to hurt you quite a lot, I imagine, because it will probably still explode.
Bring it.
Bitch. That is 20 lots.
20 lots. That will probably hit.
20 lots of one.
Yeah, 16 plus 7.
That will hit.
Yeah. Cool. And it's in the threatened square of that boy. Okay. 10, 7, 19, 23 points of piercing damage.
You take 8 points of fire damage
Yep.
as the bolt hits.
So this is not through like the wind wall by any chance? Because then that would stop them.
Oh yeah, speaking of, you take damage every time
yeah.
you're in that, don't you? Like, do you?
No.
That's
No, it was just
the bolt
it's
will
just
be
when it
destroyed by the wind wall.
That's unfortunate.
Projectiles.
Well,
but it helps me. Doesn't it? Means less.
Not really, no.
Well,
Depends if you walk in with your rapier.
I mean, didn't the creature walk? Well, we're all in it
No, it
now.
hasn't moved.
Well, considering it's in 5 foot range of our downed person, this could be a good thing.
I mean,
Alright, well, let's retcon. You would have
makes
been
a solid
around
point.
spells and smoke enough to know that you wouldn't be able to.
We've been around wind walls and shit.
You are proficient in crossbows and bolts.
It's true, it's true. Instead, I'm going to use my turn to actually do something supportive for a change.
What?
I'm going to use one of these potions of healing that I grabbed from the previous room and jam it down Sarissa's gob.
thank you, I need that.
For I don't know how much healing. DM, please help.
2d4 plus 4.
Thank you.
I will take everything I can get.
11 hit points for you, friend.
Thank you.
You are the new cleric.
For exactly 1 healing potion more, I am. And I'm still within melee range of the thing.
Yes.
Then I will use
You
my
are
bonus action.
truly within because you moved into the 5 foot range.
Then I will use my bonus action to disengage from that fucker and get back. Probably to where the professor and the window are.
So you sort of, with the grace of an air elemental, dash in, drop the potion, and then do a backward somersault out of the way as he brings his sword ready to strike. Professor.
He's weighing up fireballs.
No. It seems
Rather you didn't.
It seems to be fire-based. Well, my problem is that anything I can do to hit it is I'll hit it multiple times.
Oh no.
Because it's magic missile. I cast magic missile at third level 5 times. You're dead.
Do it.
So I didn't take that.
No.
With the red one?
No.
You can hold an action until like people are out of the way.
I cast
Dodge.
True Strike.
Okay, yes. Go on.
That's my turn.
Excellent.
Oh,
This man, everybody.
it's true.
This is how you play D&D properly.
Is true strike concentration.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
True strikes is on yourself or on the.
Myself.
Yep.
Well, I can't cast it on here technically, but it's like I pick a target, but it affects self.
Yep. Here's the next question. Alter self is also concentration.
Alter self has been dropped.
Oh yeah.
So next turn, you have advantage. That's all.
Alright, smoke.
Because I can't cast
Oh, you
spells
do,
with my
yeah.
hands of giant shards of bone.
That's true.
I'm done.
Smoke.
Okay, cool. After that rush of blood before, Smoke decides to be a little bit more practical and useful.
Okay.
Smoke will go over to. We use this movement to get over to.
Sarissa.
Actually, does Hawk have in this round, or is he in the next round?
He's in this round, but he cannot get in through this giant wall there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Familiar card.
Yeah. I'm doing it to protect him. I'm going to move over to Sarissa and then quickly use an action to use a healer's kit and heal her up. Whoops.
Indeed.
So you're both within range to do it without taking an attack of opportunity.
Okay, cool. So I haven't done this for a
lucky.
while, so just going to give it a quick squiz. So 1d6 plus 4 to start with, which is pretty good.
To start with.
Oh, that's a 1. I took that, so 5 plus HP equal to your maximum number of hit dice.
Oh!
So how many hit dice do you have?
5. I think it's Sarissa's.
Well, in either way.
But yeah, 5.
Yeah.
So 10 hit points.
So 10 hit points total.
Yeah. So 1, 4, and 5. So
21 hit points.
10.
Healer's kit's an action.
Yes.
So you've used no movement because you would have been within melee. You've used an action, so you've still got a bonus action and movement if you want to use them.
Movement. I'll just move towards the window where if I'm not already there.
You're not.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm gonna do that. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
You do you, buddy.
I've got confident support from this side
definitely.
of the room, so
As the creature is attacking you.
I've got hit points.
What's your AC?
1 more than whatever you roll. 17.
Yeah. You feel a gush of heat and air swing past you as the sword misses as you duck under and dash to the window.
Yeah.
But also wind wall is concentration.
Sarissa, you are up prone.
Excellent.
With HP.
Yes.
Within range of this helmed horror.
Glorious. She's going to just get to her feet. As she does, the chains dragging up. They just completely erupt in blue flame. She sort of like emanates this. The shadow smoke sort of just starts pouring from her body as well, and she just goes to town swinging. 2 attacks as part of attack action. Action surge for another 2 attacks, and then bonus action offhand attack.
So that's 5 attacks.
5 attacks.
Christ on bike. At least one of which does not include your proficiency.
I think you mean Eldath on an eagle.
Roll your attacks one at a time for me.
Yeah, no worries. First one is a 23.
It hits.
Oh,
So you want damage as well?
Yep.
Now, does it have a resistance or an immunity to fire?
all out of range.
You're not sure.
Because if it does, it'll just be translated into necrotic damage. That's all. So I do fire damage.
Oh,
Arcana,
Because she didn't.
22.
She has right.
It's immune to the fire damage.
So it'd be necrotic damage instead of fire damage?
Yep.
No worries. So I need d4s. 2d4 plus 1d4. So it takes 6 plus 7 is 13 points of magical slashing damage and 2 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
And I believe there's some sort of thorns exploding bollocks is happening.
Fire.
Yeah.
10 points of fire damage.
5 points of fire damage.
5 points of fire damage.
10 not modified. Yep.
Yep, so 5.
Down to 16.
Excellent. I can survive 3 more attacks.
Kamikaze! If they're all like that, sure.
24 to hit.
That will hit.
Here we go.
You can't have unlimited fire inside it.
Exactly, it's got to run out soon. But 12 points of magical slashing damage, 1 point of necrotic damage.
Do we see a fire extinguisher anywhere? Or?
Another 5 points of damage, I'm assuming.
Bit more than that, mate.
Everyone within melee takes 25 points of fire damage. Everyone else takes half.
So I take 12.
As you strike this thing and it just explodes and the armor collapses to the ground and a huge swirl of flame in the room.
Oh, okay.
And everything falls quiet.
So
Because
it's just
sizzling
there,
of all the items in the room.
sizzling. She's just like, if you want to fight fire with fire, mine burns brighter.
That's just having a lie down.
Raz is there next to him.
Do you want to do something about it?
He's not. Well, I could, but like, I'm currently dealing with the fact that fire burns a lot hotter than I remember.
Is the Disciple of Eldath doing anything about the person who's dying on the ground?
And the other person writhing next to him.
Wait, Smoke snaps back to wait, who's down on the ground?
The professor got hit for more than 4 points of damage.
It's like a shard of metal just sticking out my shoulder.
Smoke just sighs heavily and trudges over there and gets the healer's kit, does his thing.
Yep.
That's
Better.
much better. 13 points.
Cool.
And then
Okay, so let's kick the rest of this mansion's ass.
Yeah, right.
This is how much HP I have.
Yeah.
upon
Brass is probably curling into the fetal position like a burning spider at this point.
upon Professor coming back to Professor, you can thank Eldath for that. Are you ready to come over to the light side? How much more evidence do you need?
Everyone roll an insight for me quickly.
They're both fucking good line gods.
19. Flat roll.
11.
Oh wait, what am I?
Everyone roll
Insight.
insight. Take off that goddamn wind wall.
That's a lot. Yes, I dropped my wall. Inside. Oh, that's pretty good. 23.
23. You all notice that you were very loud. There were fireworks going off, things crashing, exploding. You're the only one that noticed, though, no one seems to be reacting. There's no guards shouting, no footsteps, no alarms. Everyone else is panicking because they just realised how much noise they made.
No, I'm getting caught up in a philosophical point.
And I'm having an existential crisis about
I
fire.
have to admit what? I'm very aware that Eldath exists.
And?
Asmodeus exists, but I'm certainly not going to worship him.
Why not?
Sarissa hovers over using her sword that she just summons into her hand. She just summons her sword into her hand, uses it to get to her feet, and sort of uses it as a cane to hobble over and goes, "Look, boys, you both have big toys.
What?
We made a lot of noise."
Did you have to rhyme about it?
Yes, I
Can
did.
you have minus inspiration for that?
Yes.
But
Minus D4 to every roll.
The gods,
God damn it.
the gods exist. This is a commonly accepted fact. I do not spend all day worshipping them all.
And I Smoke just lets Professor get out of his system whatever he needs to, and just
Well, why didn't you
is-
worship Grumsh?
is a focusing and guys, we made an awful lot of noise just then.
And I'm expecting the guards to come in at any second.
There is nothing. I sense nothing. No reaction.
Well, Eldath is a god of nature and forests. Perhaps your powers were weakened here.
Again,
Eldath is
boys.
very strong.
They're both.
You're on the same side, shut up.
How loudly did you say that?
That loud.
I was like, about that loud.
But you know what? I can't hear anything either. So perhaps the guards are on the way, and that wind wall just deafened us all.
I'm starting to take a short rest, just so you know. Like, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, fuck it.
Perhaps we made
Let
so
them
much
argue.
noise that they're all very intimidated by what we just did, and they're very, very scared.
At what point do I start regenerating?
Regenerating.
Yes.
1 HP around.
Okay, cool. Cool. Because I did just get burned quite heavily. I know that stalls.
Yes, an hour.
Ah, shit.
So, choice, essentially.
Yep, cool. Cool and good.
So what was in this room again?
So in this
Not
room,
much anymore.
there
I think it was a
is
study, emphasis on was.
Yeah. If it didn't get burned by the
It
armor.
is a study with a large oak writing desk that was angled to face the middle of the room, which has now been blown to the side, with a matching oak chair. You see a couple of black candlesticks that have been broken against the walls that were thrown. There was a freestanding suit of armour, which is now collapsed on the ground, and a wrought iron spiral staircase that seems to lead up. Beyond that, there are some bookcases.
Was there a drawer on that desk that could imply it could be opened?
Doesn't look like it. It just looks like it's a writing desk.
Cool.
Other than that, it's a very well appointed room, tiled floors.
Not currently on fire, based on the fact that we all got blown the feck up.
There were some floorboards that were from certain parts, but there's a large tiled section where the desks are.
I'd like to look for books.
Ones that aren't burnt.
Well, yeah. Well, we didn't set any books on fire.
This time.
Yeah, this time. I had books that I think that might have been studied to help the cult bring about hell,
Yeah.
or about the traveller.
Okay, roll an investigation check for me and tell me how long you're going to spend looking for these books.
Well, someone's having a short rest, so
I said I was going to start having a short rest while you two were arguing, thinking you would go on for hours. So,
They nearly did.
Which means I am just there until we are not. In which case,
So until we're disturbed or people have finished bandaging their wounds after an hour, you know.
I'm good for whatever.
Cool. Okay.
24.
24.
Unless someone wants to, interrupt me beforehand, but
Not especially.
So it's just sitting there, wounds.
So there's about 250 books all up.
I might join off.
As you start going through, spending an hour sifting through, which is what it says in the book, 1 hour,
yes.
you find 20 rare first editions books, which are worth 25 gold pieces each. And what was your investigation?
24.
You pick up a book that's titled Last Charge of the Hell Riders. You go to move it to the side, but you feel as you do something knock about in it, and you open it up to find a small wrought iron key.
At the mention of the Hell Riders, Raz remembers that we had a companion with us.
So I think everyone did.
I feel like Cody did too.
Isn't she watching Vampampo?
Might be, I don't
Sure
know.
was.
Yeah, sure was.
Oh, sure was. Well, well,
He was about to burst in, exclaiming how loud we were. I'm sure.
yeah, right.
Look at the key. What do you make of this key, apart from the fact it's a key?
Just take my joke, why don't you? What do I make of that key? Is it stamped with anything in particular?
What's your roll?
I need to investigate something about it, I'm guessing,
or
yeah.
insight, if you like.
I will probably take insight on account of that being bigger. And that's a 19.
You've seen your fair share of holding cells, so this looks like a key to that.
Oh, I see.
So what are you thinking? Chest filled with gold and jewels?
If by chest filled with gold and jewels you mean room full of prisoner.
Prisoner.
That gold could do a lot of good back in the town.
Well, no, well, if it's a person made of gold, possibly, but it's for a holding cell.
Are you regenerating it, by the way?
No. Wait, unless we actually did do a
Yeah,
on
we've
this. We
taken
did.
an hour.
In that
You
case,
start regenerating.
in that case, yes.
Do I notice that?
I'm just gonna roll these boys.
Oh, he's getting better.
Because Sarissa regenerates, technically.
6.
It's not a regeneration mechanic, but she does have regenerative abilities. So would she notice that Raz has them?
19, 26.
Probably not.
Yeah, especially because in the time that we spent resting, I got up to 52 HP.
Mm-hmm.
And so the last thing to be regenerated was a singular point of HP, so not much to notice.
Roll an insight.
8.
You do notice he feels a bit strange, but you put it down to him being an Aganassi.
Yeah,
He also looks way healthier than the last time we saw him rest in the dungeon.
it's true.
Yeah.
Be fair, so do you want to hold on to this key, and when you think you see a lock that'll fit?
Well, as soon as I see like a prison cell or a cage or some such, I will let us know. Back off.
While this is going on,
You mean the prison?
Yep.
while this is going on, and during a short rest, Smoke would have taken off his tan garden hat and beckons both Hawk over and the yet to be named new friend over to have a sip of milk, like cats do.
The cat comes over and starts drinking. Hawk sort of hops about for a bit, waits for the cat leaves, then hops in.
How did the cat deal with the exploding arm?
Hops in.
Seem to just ignore it. It's almost like it's used to this sort of thing.
Did it get killed?
It didn't.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought.
It wasn't in the room at the end.
Yeah, good.
They went out to the dressing room.
These 20 books here, they're all rare first editions. I think that'd make it a marvellous addition to Lady Clary's home for when she comes back from her next journey or her next travels.
Probably would.
Good. Put them in your backpack. Or your holding.
Yes,
I
indeed.
do have a question.
They're quite heavy, 20 of them.
Yeah, well, they're holding. It's fine.
Yep.
So you have absolutely zero distaste for murdering somebody who is tied up, yet you want to collect books for a friend.
The two things aren't mutually exclusive.
I have a many much distaste for horrible things, which is why I don't want hell to arrive.
Right.
In terms of
Have
horrible
you ever
things,
heard of the philosophical term utilitarianism?
No, we have
Yes,
not.
I do not agree with it.
Let's not have a lecture on it in the manner of the home of people who are trying to bring hell about.
Sometimes you must kill one helpless old lady to save the world.
Or you could just let the old lady die herself and slaughter the rest of the world yourself.
Why don't intend to do that?
Oh, well, there we go then.
Smoke joins in Raz's reaction.
Just like, excuse what? I feel like you've lost the point, but it doesn't matter.
No, I was just making a point by expressing a random view that someone could have.
Smoke at this point, upon hearing this talk goes on, just backs up a couple of steps very slowly, very carefully, and is just ready. Ready to take down Sarissa if need be.
Not quite doing that. I just realised I spent 4 crossbow bolts.
It's not me. Smoke is conflicted as what's the real, which is the bigger evil here. Hell.
So
or
you have your
Sarissa?
hour long rest. You collect the books.
Yep.
Yep.
You're planning on just staying here.
Nope.
Not really.
Oh, hell yeah, go
Take it in your manner.
Up or elsewhere?
So in this room, you've got the room that leads back out to the dressing room, where there was another door that led what you'd assume is to a hallway. In here, there is another small door that seems to lead out into a balcony.
You said there was a spiral staircase?
Yes, and a wrought iron spiral staircase in the centre of the room.
Let's go up there.
leading out.
Alright.
And you said which was it? Both of the like hawk and the beast jumped into the hut, or was it just?
Drank from it.
I just think because I heard hawk in it, and I was just imagining a cat
Hawk waited for the cat to finish hopping around and then hopped up to it and drank it.
Yeah.
On goes the hat, back comes the accent, and
So marching order if you're going upstairs.
yo, first.
Do you want me to go second or last?
Yes.
So you got the spiral staircase. It climbs 15 feet to a square room with crisscrossing rafters 10 feet overhead and a peaked roof above that. It seems to be some sort of tower that you could barely tell from outside. It seems to be built into the house. An empty bookcase dominates the west wall, and 2 filthy padlock cages stand on the floor. Each cage seems to have a human prisoner and a chamber pot only.
Well, I think we see where that key is useful. Should we perhaps question the people first before we go about releasing them? No, I mean, after all, we've all seen what us releasing prisoners does for the world. Without asking questions, let's go and do that, shall we?
As you enter the room, you notice there's 2 imps sitting on top of the cage. Each cage, one on each.
There's an imp right there, and there's an imp right there.
Kill them. What part of kill them?
They both very unsuccessfully start scrambling to fly past you.
Bop! Bop!
Roll your attack.
Don't you mean? Boop. Boop.
Hits.
I hit them.
Boop.
They both
And
hit.
hits. Roll damage.
5 and then 7. Oh no, wait, sorry. No, I'm going to take. Technically, I should have done it 3-handed, but I'm going to take those damages. They're above average. 38. Yeah, so 5 then 7.
Yep, so you swing through one, hit the other.
Yep.
Everyone else just sees these 2 imps appear out of nowhere and just drop to the ground.
Good. Good work, Professor.
Good job.
Still alive, but seemingly unconscious.
Bob.
They don't seem alive. And that's black smoke.
Fuck him.
Very good. What about these prisoners?
So one of them looks like a fairly pretty human female who looks like she's definitely seen better days. The other one is a
I meant that face into a smile.
is a human male with shaved hair and a scar running down his face across his nose.
With his smile. Sarissa.
Smoke,
I undo a button.
Smoke gets out his charcoal pencils and just draws on smiles on each one of them.
They're in cages.
I was just saying, I'm so glad I'm
Attempts to, just like.
But if history has taught me anything, she's evil and he's okay. She's probably like a vampire or something.
Are you still conscious and able to hear us?
The woman sort of looks up and nods. The man just stares blankly at you.
Are you with us? Hello?
Dibs.
Just looks away.
Very good. Have fun.
I don't know why I did this to myself. I'm going to open up both cages. Because these are caged people in a shitty place that I don't like. So any more troubles I can cause for them, the better.
Yep, which cage are you opening first?
I'll open the woman's cage. I find it slightly more likely that the man with the blank stare and the scars is going to attack us.
Yep, so you click the cage open and she pulls back. I'll never say a bad word against you again, I swear.
Well, who's you?
Is that what you are here in here for?
You know why I'm here.
Oh,
What are you going to do with me?
Humor us. Let's say we don't.
Just don't hurt me, please.
Okay.
what?
Genuinely, we have... Professor,
We are not affiliated with the people who
I know,
are in
but
this building.
But I am curious to hear what slang you said about the Van Thampers.
yes, right.
I won't say anything bad. I just needed the sewers expanded. I won't do it again. We'll leave it. We won't expand.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yes.
I'm Shalene. Why are you here if you don't know who I am?
Because we do not know who you are, and we're here.
Is it some kind of trick?
Not especially. It's not attempting to be. It might end up being, but...
Are you trying to trick us?
We broke into the house. We are not part of the Van Dampers.
What are you doing here then?
Trying to spread the word of Elder.
No, shut up! Shush you! We are not trying to... We are not trying to spread the word of Elder in here.
Speak for yourself, buddy. Can I roll? Sorry, just roll that. Can I roll insight and to just insight to see if she's trying to fool us into believing her to be something she's not?
Yep.
So that's pretty good usually. 15.
She just seems genuinely terrified.
Generally speaking, and I think I speak for all of us when I say we are trying to stop the hells from rising to the earth.
That one. The opposite of apparently what these people are.
Well, why don't we just give her a knife and tell her which way's out?
I've got some to spare.
Look,
I don't want a knife.
we
I just want
are.
to go home.
Would you like
We can facilitate that too.
Yes, we are here essentially for our own reasons. She coughs up a bit of smoke from the fire. She was surrounded by before.
The chains have since disappeared.
Yes. No, we are only here to achieve our goals, which are completely misaligned with the Van Dampers.
Entirely.
We are here. You are here. You want to not be here. We can facilitate that.
If she comes here and sees me gone, she'll find me and kill me.
If they're not dead themselves.
She's a horrible, horrible person.
And probably unconscious.
No.
Yes, you said it!
She's just doing her job.
Your words, not ours.
She's running the city and doing what she has to.
Do you remember the woman in the bedroom? Just up that way.
Yeah, the one that's tied up.
And
Yes.
unconscious.
I don't know.
Oh, she is.
Older lady has a weird cat with wings for a pet, following around the other cat.
I don't know.
It's my pet now.
Either way, the Van Dampers will not be an issue after tonight, I believe.
Wait, hang on.
Well, certainly, because they will be dead.
This man said it not be.
Gonna roll persuasion or something?
Nope.
I don't know what's down there, but I don't think they'll be dead by the end of the night.
Oh? Do you, what gives you that idea?
No, nothing. It's fine. It's just... Please let me go. I just want to go home.
Inside? Does she know more than she's saying?
That's fine.
I mean,
24.
Yes, and she's obviously far too terrified. You've seen how she went to say something against the Van Dampers and then held it back.
Oh, okay. Smoke's going to do something that they're probably not going to like. But, given that Smoke, with that insight check before back in the room, how
Yes.
all of the noise we were making and there was no reaction to it, Smoke is going to use thaumaturgy and it's going to make his voice boom super loudly and basically tell us what you know.
Intimidation?
Yeah, it's not persuasion. Hey, based on that insight roll, which
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Francis' reaction, not mine.
okay, good.
Ooh, nice.
That's pretty good.
How am I the bad guy?
Stupid, just
20, 21, and I showed I've got that pet right next to me.
Yeah.
If I need backup.
Using it as a threat.
It also doesn't seem to react to this. It seems quite impervious to most of the things so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shout at her, and
Useful information.
she starts crying. Stopping hysterically terrified.
Well,
Thought it was worth a shot.
I mumble quietly, just on the edge of Smoke's hearing, praise Eldath.
You utter this while my voice is very loud. I probably won't be able to hear it.
Oh,
Just very quietly.
on the edge of your
The
head.
idea is that you're not 100% sure what
You
you're
have
doing.
giant tobacco ears.
I might have got it wrong.
Do I hear that?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, did
You
you?
know what?
You heard something. You heard the professor say something.
Roll a perception check. Over 15, you heard it.
It was like
That way.
Yeah, you heard it.
But I choose not to. I choose not to verbally respond to it. I just
good.
turn away and just do a little smile.
He said it
Taking
very
it.
quietly, and just as he was telling you, hear it very clearly in your ear. With your natural.
nice. It's funny.
I don't know if it's genuine, but I'll take it anyway.
Well, now that we've sufficiently traumatized the girl, can we get her out of here? Or at the very least, facilitate a way out for her.
Do we want to just leave the cage open and she can find her own way?
What about this man here? He could probably just figure it out.
Well, our Hellrider friend right here behind us, she could take her out.
That's true. It's very true.
Or do you not want to just stay with us?
She's still down watching Lady Van Thamper.
She's still up there.
Look, I mean, we still have another cage here to open, and a particularly blank-looking man who's been thus far, I imagine, fairly unresponsive to our bullshit.
What's this
fairly
man in for?
impressed. I don't know.
What are you in for, bud?
Doing my job.
Your job being
Collecting taxes.
from...
Everyone. It is my job.
Oh, so you're a tax collector then?
Oh, let him
Decided
go.
to tax the
Yeah.
Atlantis.
Let him go.
Yes.
Important member of the community.
I appreciate the reason.
Thank you. Van Thampers don't take kindly to me doing my job when it comes to their gold.
No, but they use the roads.
Exactly. What do you think pays her to fix up the sewers anyway?
What he said, let's open up that cage.
Take the dodge action just in case.
And let out the tax
You
collector.
dodging the taxes.
Smoke ready.
No, he's evading the taxes.
That's your job.
What level ability is that?
7.
He's just tax exempt over there, it's clear.
Anyway, opening up that cage, letting him out.
Smoke readies his mouth just in case.
He stands up and
Shrugs himself off a bit. Can you escort her out, or at the very least to our Hellrider friend in the other room?
yes, I'm leaving Baldur's Gate. Not staying around with these idiots here.
This is probably a good idea.
Would you care to report to some authority what happened to you, or no?
Maybe I could report it to the Duke. I think she's asleep downstairs.
Good point. Solid point. Mm-hmm.
Working in tax, you get corruption.
Fair enough.
This is how it works.
Fair enough. Coming on to your side of thinking slowly.
It's okay, we can let her know ourselves.
Fair enough. Anyway, just-
Beware of the guards outside, because there's still guards patrolling where they're
actually,
not.
yes.
Well, then they'll just take us and kill us, won't they?
So it is probably best to just stay?
I don't know anymore. I just figured I was dead.
Well, you could always come with us if you want.
We're going to kill some unnamed horror downstairs.
But if
Yes.
you consider yourself dead, why not make a fight out of it?
Because I don't want to.
I would suggest
tried your
that these
best.
two just try to get themselves
it's in
out
the
as best as possible. Maybe when there's some noise, just take that as a distraction.
They can hang out with a person whose name I've forgotten. Rhea, possibly. Was that her name? I don't remember. Hellrider friend, what was her name? Somebody, please.
I could
Anyone?
not
No.
find them in my book.
Yes, I believe it was right.
Oh my god. If I remembered that, I am shocked. I'm just gonna write it down the way I remember it. Oh, what's your name, Sir Tax Collector Man?
Casual.
It's a casual employee that's
So one more time.
Casual.
Ah,
It's a bit of a cagey name.
sounds
Occasionally, you
very
got it.
passive. Very no. Okay.
She is. For that knowledge, we've got a friend downstairs, Rhea, who will look out for you as we go down to deal with some unnamed, unknowable horror that's apparently downstairs.
He meant to say upstairs is where our friend is.
Our friend,
We're up.
we went
now.
upstairs.
We're in the tower.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we're in the tower.
And sir, casual, if that was your
Casual?
name. When you get back to doing your job, remember we are the Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y, and if there is like a lower sort of, I don't know, tax bracket for people that have helped the tax employees, well, you know, we'd appreciate any help you can lend us on that front.
Smoke, we're based in Baldur's Gate. He's leaving Baldur's Gate.
He might do some work before he leaves.
No.
I do that.
If I survive, find me in Neverwinter.
Yes, we will. Well, I will. I don't know about the rest of you. I will.
If I'm there to be found.
Isn't the history of you to be the only one surviving?
Yes. And Neverwinter is probably going to be a great place to do that. So,
As far as I'm concerned at the moment, you're just leaving me to my new death. But if I survive, I suppose.
Well,
At least this way you have a fighting chance.
In our defense, we offered you to come with us. You chose not to.
I believe you said something about fighting unspeakable horrors. I'm not an idiot.
well, I mean, Shalene said something about unspeakable horrors. I'm just assuming at this point.
News to me. Unless you're talking about the Van Thampers.
Oh, well, I'm sure they're also monsters of their own kind.
No, they're very speakable.
You're right. That's what
So are you planning on just lighting up the building when we're done? Or?
Well,
Infrastructure.
not necessary.
Yeah.
I feel like we could make a good home of this place.
No. We've already got one manor, and I remind you that they require some sort of bonding for upkeeping the thing.
But once the Van Vampers are dead, the city will be out of danger, and there's no need to do anything further than that.
I mean, you say that.
You've given me a chance, I'll give you one.
Oh.
It's going to be a vault somewhere if they're not paying their taxes.
Hey,
Going through the house, keep an eye out.
that does sound quite tempting.
I didn't
It's
take.
worth keeping people alive who know how to get in as well for now.
We've done very well in this regard. Are we turning this into a heist? This feels like we're turning this into a heist.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think it's we go to each new room and, upon discovering what is inside, deciding what we're doing.
Fair enough. Yeah, I like that. Well, anyway, yeah, you guys can hang out with Rhea for a bit if she's still there. And you know, when we go to leave, we'll probably leave with Rhea, so you can leave with us
If you survive, I suppose.
if we survive, of course.
Well, aren't you just a negative Nancy?
I'm a realist.
Oh.
Realism is good.
He's been very realist so far.
Have you seen into the future? Have you seen our death?
I
Yes.
just make assumptions based on what I see. There's a good chance.
In fairness, there's a good chance that you will all die.
Wait, we will all die?
I've said this before, Smoke. I always survive.
We'll see about that.
It's because he runs.
Sounds like a threat.
So shall we move on?
Yes.
Yes,
Swiftly.
Quickly.
Alright,
guys.
come on, girl. Take us to your friend then.
Yeah, we take him downstairs through the dressing room and into what I assume was the bedroom.
Yep. Raya is sitting in the corner. She looks up. Oh, I did not hear you enter.
Yeah, we haven't been hearing much of anything since we've been in here.
Who
Actually.
are they?
People who are in cages upstairs. One,
Prisoners.
yes, one was trying to expand the sewers, I assumed, underneath the Van Thamper estate, and the other one is a tax collector.
Then we are in the right place. The Van Thampers are behind something here.
Yeah. Shalene especially mentioned something of an unspeakable nature downstairs that she refuses to elaborate on.
I'm thinking some kind of devilish lair that is underground.
Very likely.
Very well, let's go.
Oh, let's.
We're
We'll
evil to be killed and hunted.
leave the two of these here to watch over the unconscious lady. Hopefully remaining unconscious lady.
Cajal, I'm sure that you will take as much pleasure as any of us would in keeping her unconscious.
No, I don't get my hands dirty.
Fair enough.
He only collects the taxes.
She seems well tied, though.
Oh, that's good at least.
Can I just roll insight on the guy
Can
to see if he's being genuine?
Oh yeah, probably a good bet.
That's pretty good. 24.
Yeah, he just seems like he is a very no-nonsense sort of person.
He's very bored at this point.
He realises that he can't just walk out through the guards. He realises his only option is to wait here and have you get him out.
Oh, yeah. That's fair. Alright, cool.
But he's also resigned to his death, so anything from here is just a bonus and he's not taking it for granted.
Good. Alright. Yeah, onwards, I suppose, to other doors and downstairs and unspeakable horrors.
So we're just going to wait here then?
Yes.
Probably for the best.
Do we have a long rest? No.
The sun is almost coming up, even as we speak.
I had not many spell slots left.
I'm still bleeding from this wound that you very nicely healed me with. So can we at least check further?
Mm-hmm. Oh, hang on, that's a good point, actually. I will give you another potion of healing. Or the second potion of healing.
I'll hold it in case of emergencies. I'll just be more cautious.
You alright?
Alright, so you leave these two new friends to watch over the lady and take Rhea with you as you head back out to the dressing room. From here, where are we going? So you've got your option to go out to where you assume there's a hallway, back through the door to the balcony, or back into the room, basically.
Alright.
Well, there was no guards running in, so I'll just take the hallway.
Yeah, seems
Yeah.
reasonable.
There shouldn't be anything particularly fancy on the balcony that you can see.
No, probably not. Let's go through the hallway.
Through the hallway?
Yes.
Probably the quickest option.
Sneakily and quietly, despite the fact that nobody seems to care that we're here.
So it's a fairly long drive-through hall, and there's lanterns hanging from the top that are lit. You're just walking straight up?
Stealth.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm moonwalking backwards.
Are you going first?
Yes.
This is Raz and Sarissa and I assume Monbank as well, all like crouched to sneak and then just fucking
I'm like
one hand on the hat, just moonwalking out.
Please let me roll performance on that.
Go on then. Make it high.
12?
12?
As he looks up the stat block of a guard.
Not that impressive. As you moonwalk out, you hear them shout, "Intruders!"
I say,
None of you hear it. You
dancers."
see 5 guards down the hallway. You see the mouths moving, but you can't hear them.
There's some kind of magic on the room.
down the hallway, you say?
Yes.
And we only see them.
Are they in a tight grouping, did you say?
Yes.
Firebolt!
Yeah, I initiative because surprise round was ruined by moonwalks.
It does that every time.
I'll take that.
Slightly better than last time.
I don't know. I would think they're pretty surprised to see it to pass. Out of Lady Van Thamper's quarters.
All right. Initiatives.
24. Not a natural 20.
17.
14.
Yep.
6. Should I roll for?
Go.
Should I just quickly roll for?
Oh, yeah, familiar sneak.
I'm not going to matter.
Yeah.
Draw and shoot.
Yep.
Keep up. I'm a lucky boy. And I turned a 4 into a 20.
Oh.
Good lord.
Glorious.
I'm rolling very hot tonight.
It's just gonna come back and bite in the ass.
Indeed. 5 times 6 is 30. That's a D8. Wait, there's a D6 here. There it is. 46 points of piercing damage to one of these boys.
46.
46.
High or low?
High.
That is very high.
You raise your crossbow and throw it
Hang
straight
crossbow.
through the side of his head. And it explodes out, killing the guard behind him as well.
Yes.
Leaving 3 there, and Sarissa.
Excellent. Firebolt.
Yep.
Christ on a bicycle.
That
11 HP.
natural 20.
I'm rolling a natural 1. I just know.
Yeah, right.
That would be
I'm not using a fireball.
32 points of fire damage.
High or low?
Let's go low.
Oh.
Yeah, you hit one of them and it blasts him into the door with fire and he just crumples, burning flesh. You see the 2 guards still standing, looking terrified, not sure what to do. As one's just been shot through the head with a crossbow bolt in front of them to be hit with his friend next door, one just burnt alive out of nowhere.
Probably
He just gets hit and dissolved into ash.
As all flames explode from the side of him.
Can one of them please make a wisdom save?
Probably.
Crown of Madness?
Yeah.
He does make it.
No.
I'm assuming.
I don't know.
DC 16 or lower.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah,
DC.
so it does make it.
Damn it. That's what and then I duck back.
Yep.
Oh no.
There's 2 left down the hallway that you've now gone in front and seen bolts fly past you and fireballs or firebolts fly past you that start exploding down the hallway, basically.
Yeah, so I would be pretty close to them
Yes.
with moonwalk.
Well, you'd be...
It's quicker than a normal walk. He doesn't look it. That's what's so good about it.
Yeah.
2, 3... you'd be about 5 feet from one and about 15 to 20 feet from the other.
Okay, cool. I am going to use my... I did not. I should have taken that. I'm going to walk up to them. Still moonwalking, of course.
Of course.
And I'm just going to talk to them. Use my action to talk.
Yep.
So, look, how did in 6 seconds, so I'll do it very quickly. How did partners? Your friends are dead. You may as well stand down. You're heavily outnumbered.
Persuasion with advantage. They are very heavily outnumbered and know they're heavily outnumbered.
Okay, cool. And I've got a plus a lot.
And severely
Plus
outgunned.
8. Yeah, right. With advantage, was it?
Yep.
Outnumbered, outgunned, and outhands.
Oh, I rolled 2 2s.
What's your
Double 2s.
Plus 8, 10.
Tell me it works.
They drop their weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
Praise Eldath.
Surisa essentially strolls up, fire just
Don't do it.
wave, just like floating in her hand. Sort of like walks up real close, gets
Reload
up
the
real
crossbow.
close, and then just
Smoke. Okay, good. Smoke was gonna hold up hold up 2 fingers and just have guiding bolt ready.
just sort of like chuckles and winks at him.
They're not even tied up.
We didn't kill someone for once. Yay!
Oh yeah. Are we able to hear in this?
Once you move into the room, you do. Who's Arcana trained?
Yeah.
Roll checks. Arcana checks.
He is as well.
17.
Okay.
20.
Yeah, you both get that the room seems some sort of magically compartmentalized.
Is that every room?
Every room seems to have its own zone where sound doesn't escape. After seeing the upstairs room, you'd think it's for the purposes of torture.
Oh, awful.
So there are guards.
Awfully convenient.
Indeed.
I agree.
Well,
You just hear a hacking cough coming through, which is unusual because it's coming from another room.
Is it because the door's open?
No,
Would you like to check that?
Yes. Is it through an open door or a shut door?
shut door.
Is it locked?
No.
I'm going to use a mage hand to open that from 10 feet away.
It's dark inside.
I step in.
I was going to say, it didn't explode. Hooray!
You see a very sickly-looking man asleep in the bed. A stack of books, not very neatly stacked on the bedstand next to him. And he coughs a bit. Seems to be asleep.
What books are by his bedstand? Or bedside?
Roll a investigation check.
I will assist.
No worries. I'll take that.
I'll look around outside.
For a 16 total.
16. They look a bit like the first editions you found, but as you look through them, you notice they're handwritten. They all look exactly the same, but by him. He's obviously authored these books.
Take 1 or 2 and...
As you flip through, they seem to be stories. Fantasy stories about adventuring and fighting dragons and travelling the world.
She's going to pocket one for herself, and then she's going to take one out to these guys and just be like, I think I found the author.
Oh, neat.
He's old and sick.
Oh, well, I mean, one might expect
The
it.
book.
Old and sick, or is he that like guy?
Sorry?
Is he the guy we saw before?
Yes, through the window.
So he's not. I mean, he's just old. He's not actually old and sick. He's just old sick.
Yeah, he doesn't look that old. He probably looks like he'd be in his mid-30s, just very unhealthy.
I slit his throat.
Yep.
Okay, it's a good thing I was out of the room for that.
Pumps out into the bed and soaks in.
Because I was going to take my 50-foot of hemp and rope and tie up these guards out here. Because I just realised that we're sort of leaving them alive.
So far.
So far.
Yeah, while that's going on,
If fucking Monkbank doesn't get his hands on him, Jesus!
Smoke is gonna just continue to chat to the guards.
You
Look,
hear a cough just cut short in the background
coming from one of.
from where the professor just walked in.
I don't think that's a coincidence. Go check on that.
Smoke chooses to ignore it.
Praise of that.
Smoke, look, gentlemen, we Despite appearances like the contrary, we
As in
don't
tying them up.
actually mean you harm. We're not here for you. We're here for the Van Vampers who are evil people. We're
Alright.
trying to bring the end of days about, and you don't want the end of days because that means the end of you, son.
Where did my crossbow bolt go?
I light up a
Are
fireball.
you sure?
Yes, we're sure.
Surely not. Surely not.
Surely yes.
They're just wealthy. They need protection.
Look. Wait, is
I light
it?
up a fireball in my hand, and I just like to the guy who's like on the ground in front of me, just lean down, like putting my weight into his chest. So just lean real close and go.
Does it look like we're not serious to you?
That guy looks terrified. The other guy goes, it looks like, no offense, man, but it looks like you're the problem with dark magic.
Oh, no, I think you're being racist.
You just burnt my friend alive, and he just shot 2 of them.
Can you roll for persuasion of smoke?
I'll pop over that guy's shoulder and just go, he's got a point, you know, we did kind of just like murk 3 people.
Oh no, absolutely. I
Yeah.
was just thought
They shot for.
I'm not used to being talked down upon by people who I regularly talk down upon.
Well, I killed Thirstwell. Just slit his throat, dead.
I remember him. He was introduced some of the imps, wasn't he?
Yes, so now the summoner.
Can we go?
Excuse me, I'm talking. Now
No, you'll remain in the house until
now the
they're gone.
summoner of the imps is dead.
Right.
Hopefully that
That cuts
there's at
off
least
the
a
rest of the
retri-
imps.
that cuts off the imps. Whatever deals he's made are null and void. His soul's been tortured in the hells due to the pacts he's made,
Well,
and
not sure that's how that works.
I'm pretty
Normally-
sure that's how that works.
exactly.
Never mind that works. Never mind.
That's why demonology not even once. Well, summoning demons not once. Or devils, sorry. But
Demons are more likely to just kill you outright.
yeah. But hopefully that's weakened whatever devilry is going on here, including whatever it is below we need to find.
I seem to recall a certain death cult where deaths were making things stronger, actively.
Well, I didn't see any ghosts come off.
Oh, that's good.
Well, these seem to be more worshipping devils in the hells.
Oh, to catch you guys up, we dispatched of a death cult that was being endorsed and
Funded.
funded, yes, thank you, by these people.
Okay.
Look, we're gonna need your weapons, so you're gonna need to hand them over.
Okay. At least one of them is tied up and cannot comply,
Yeah, I'm
but
just
sure.
really trying to like throw weapons out.
He's trying to pick up his weapon again so he can throw it away again.
Yeah.
Hawk is. I make sure Hawk is watching them. Wait for
Like a
it.
hawk.
I'm gonna
Took it from you, sorry.
I'm gonna pick up one of those shields, look at it curiously, and chuck it in the bag.
Which shields?
One of the guard shields.
The guards?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be a fairly well-made shield with the Van Thamper family crest on it.
I mean, we'll scratch that off later, but you know, I've got a shield now.
Trophy.
Yeah. Well, possibly. We'll see what I use it for, or if I can use it for something special.
Can you even use shields?
Well, I mean, I've never had to hold them before, but I figure I can attach it to other things.
It's okay.
So, a couple of questions. Where are the stairs leading into the basement?
Mm-hmm.
And where is the vault that has the evil magics in it?
Very likely has evil magics in it.
Or the
With
evil
evil
magics.
magics.
Well, the tax collector told us to recover some money for the city.
They've been evading their tax. We're here to collect.
They captured and tortured
It gets
them.
most gains in the end.
Yes.
It really does.
Well, the basement
Never heard of
downstairs.
cappuccino?
You're not going to get it to it from the second level.
Makes sense.
That's the
Fair enough.
Near the entrance. I don't know about it.
How many more of you guys are there? And if we sort of like carried you around on a stick, could you like shout at them and tell them to stand down because you
We'd
know
rather not kill anyone.
they're super dangerous?
I mean, he says that the one who actively walks in and murders old men.
He wasn't old. He summons devils to this plane. His mother tortures people. These guys are just doing a job.
He's got those weird little invisible things.
Yeah, he's old.
Doesn't seem evil though, just a bit of a dick.
They're imps. They're devils. Literal devils.
They are.
Think me, except smarter.
Didn't try to torture me.
It's probably because they're paying you.
They're paying
Which
you
is
for a
torture
job.
enough in on itself.
But also, how much, but it's really now a question of how much do you want your comrades to be murked in a very similar fashion to these guys?
I mean, I suppose I prefer not. I don't have a big dog in the fight. I don't know anyone downstairs.
Well, perhaps we could very easily show this gentleman the armor, evil armor heart we just destroyed.
I think that's just a pile of metal now.
I think that's just kind of what they do.
But also, that's just a pile of metal now.
I mean, it's rather sharp torture cages, but we could just also let them go. I mean, the city guard needs more people, especially with the devils attacking the town.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Do you promise not to tell on us? And I give him a real seductive look.
Like vomits.
Yeah. On what? No, I was repeating what he said because nobody seemed to hear it.
Well, the way I see it, they'll probably just kill us. We could come with you.
That is a good idea. I like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I certainly trust them.
Well, I mean,
We give them all their weapons back.
they're at the very least more trustworthy than the rest of the Van Thampers.
Yes. And once they see what the Van Tempers are up to,
How much are they paying, by the way?
How much?
Yeah.
$2 a week.
we'll give you 2 gold for one night's work.
This night's work, specifically. After that, we'll renegotiate.
I'll make it 5.
You have a deal.
You just spent more money for no reason.
I enjoy having money, and I enjoy spending money.
You know what? That is probably more you guys' price range. Let's be real about this.
Besides, I like to ensure the loyalty of my workers. Give them competitive rates.
Well,
Oh, if they do to you what you did to them, I'll probably turn on you. I'm just being honest. I don't want to die.
In which case, we just slaughter you.
Oh no, by that stage you'll be dead. This situation.
Correct.
I mean-
He's not wrong.
I get it.
Got you there.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind, I will go very far out of my way to ensure that you die if we die.
Oh well, you've kept us alive so far, so thanks.
This is all fine. I see no problem with this thus far.
just out of curiosity, do you drink on the job?
Oh, not if I'm being caught, not up here. Maybe if I'm doing the patrol.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, makes sense.
So let's keep headed down.
Yes. Head it down. I'll untie them that I tied pretty easily.
Yes, ideally you can lead us just ahead, within weapon range, but to a point where your comrades won't attack us on sight and therefore die.
Or we could offer them
Let's
the
put you
same.
through the house, I suppose. But once we get downstairs, well, we're not allowed down there.
Why on earth not?
Not part of our job.
Correct.
Fair enough.
Oh, no, that's fine.
The winged cat creature is considered what small
Monstrosity.
size? Yeah, monstrosity. So big.
No,
No.
Monstrosity is just the type.
Oh, as
Monstrosity is
opposed
just,
to
yeah, rather than like humanoid or creature.
Does it look rideable?
No, it is a tiny monstrosity.
It's
It's the size of a cat.
yeah.
It's the size of a human skull, but a bit bigger and fluffier.
Yeah.
I love the description, not just a cat.
I'm using the picture from the book.
Yep.
I pick it up and try to put it in my pocket.
I now understand why the pillow thing was incorrect, because this is a slightly
human skull.
larger than
You're
human
looking
skull.
about like yay big.
Look at the size of a cat. Give it wings.
He's done with it now.
But what breed of cat?
Tabby.
Oh,
How old?
get out of here. We're done now.
Well, thanks for not killing us again.
Yeah, you know.
Be nice of you, really.
Yeah,
Considering you just killed our other friends with no worries, you must like us, I guess. Thanks.
It's more of an inconvenience.
We're the Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y.
Speaking of, where'd my crossbow pop?
So,
Don't explode
Stuck
in that
in
man's skull.
someone's
Oh yeah, I've heard of you. You killed our other boss.
yeah.
Murdered him on the streets or something.
Yeah, I mean,
His
no.
guards.
Well,
The guards, yeah, but
Wow, you guys really have a reputation for these, don't you?
so far the only people who were innocent that we've killed are Van Thampers. So
I mean, it is murder, but it's still, it's justified.
Kind of glad I'm not good enough to be a bodyguard. They get the rough end of the deal, don't they? Murdered all the time.
evidently.
They're also having to torture street, like merchants and stuff.
Yeah, don't have to do that, luckily.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start heading down.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yep.
So, alright, come on.
Stop them stalling for time.
There are a couple more doors down here.
Uh-huh.
They are leading you, or pointing you down the stairwell, which is just outside the door you exited from.
I'm rolling an insight check on them. Yep, they're leading us in the right direction. Certainly not into a trap.
Could be.
It's neither him or there at this point.
Are you going first, or do you want us to head off?
You just step forward, just so in case you come across any of your friends, we can talk them down rather than
We can try.
decorate the wall.
Yeah, I was to say, rather than murderising them in the same fashion we did your buddies back there.
If you give them gold, they'll probably just walk away.
That's probably what the plan is.
Especially if they think we're going to be killed anyway.
You
Rather
will.
have gold than be dead.
Yeah, you will.
Alright, well, this way then.
So, what's your name again?
I'm Greg. This is my friend Tim.
Greg and Tim, yes, perfect.
Yeah.
And how do you spell that? G-E apostrophe?
What's an apostrophe?
Must be hyphen then.
Are they the ones that preach on the streets? The apostrophes?
Yes.
No,
Apostrophes of
No,
Elder.
not one of them.
Yeah.
Alright.
At that point, Smoke just goes back to Baldur's Gate.
This is Baldur's Gate. This is where we are.
The other part, just any part far away.
Well, shall we then?
Yes.
We shall.
Please.
Alright then. Let's get cracking. Start walking down the stairs.
Kraken.
And then we will get a break.
Yes.
Let's stick around and see what happens on the ground level soon.
The Adventures of Greg and Tim.
Hello and welcome back to the ground floor.
Ding dong! Ground floor. Death, dismemberment, and body parts.
Pizza time.
Is that the pepperoni I asked for? I love the pepperoni.
This is in character. We're behind the guards acting like complete idiots.
Yeah, I've got a new hat, so that helps.
If you couldn't tell, it's a giant pizza slice.
Yeah.
Somehow
little bit.
the most serious one.
So as you head down the stairwell with these two guards in front of you, you see an older man holding a silver tray, pacing back and forward with a lantern behind a young woman who seems to be dusting through the halls and walls. There's an eclectic collection of tapestries, paintings, and an alabaster bust on pedestals.
What is that?
Obviously meant to impress the guests. There is a giant wax statue in one corner which depicts Duke Thalmara Van Thamper, who you recognise from the bed upstairs, cradling what looks like the cat around your ankles.
Yeah, interesting.
I guess that makes you within your home.
No, it doesn't. That's not how that works.
Wax sculpture? Is that like a term or is it made out of wax?
I'm willing to bet the latter.
Seems like it would melt in summer. Maybe I'm just thinking like an Australian.
Possibly. Not very likely.
When your road melts.
Ask Wizards of the Coast.
What?
When
What's it? Professor Watson, Australian?
have you ever been
Don't listen, it's an
To
entire conspiracy theory. It does not exist.
XXX?
Oh.
It's near the counterweight continent.
I've heard there's paid actors that pretend to be Australians.
Yes, exactly. It is to confuse the masses.
Then why is your accent similar, yet very legally distinct from?
To what?
That's what he was paid to do previously.
What other accents can you do?
Thank you. Who are these people? You look up to the old man, standing very poised,
Well,
surveying you.
partner.
This is
Okay,
Lady
so-
Sarissa.
Oh, there you go. That's Lady Sarissa.
Some proper decorum, please.
There we go. That's Lady Sarissa, sir.
This is my aide. He is trying to introduce me. I say up to the old man.
He looks supremely unimpressed about all of this so far.
Smoke says under his breath. Not very much of a lady, if you ask me.
Lady Sarissa Corvus, firstborn daughter of Lord Corvus.
Please know who that is.
Oh, my lady.
Perfect.
I wasn't expecting you.
I happened to make an impromptu stop on my way back home.
At this time of night.
Well, I didn't want to keep walking in the alleyways. I feared that I was being followed.
How did you get in?
My friend here let me in. Greg, please explain how I got in.
Oh, yeah. We let her in the door.
See, through the door.
Oh, I'm very sorry I didn't greet you. I must have been attending my duties.
It is okay. I'm not that. It is fine.
Smoke has gone up to the picture at this point.
Which one?
The one with Mr. Van Thamper. With
That was
the
a
cat.
wax statue.
Oh, there wasn't a
A life-size wax statue.
a painting.
No.
Damn.
Were you going to scratch
It's
it?
startlingly realistic as you get close.
Hang on, so we tied up Lady Van Thamper.
Yeah.
Are you saying this in front?
No, no.
Yes.
We even met Lord Van Thamper. He's the Duke.
Correct. We have not met him.
Okay. I got the impression she was the matron. Okay, I'm thinking out now. I won't. I'll stop talking. Press is like,
Smoke is just going to poke the wax sculpture.
Please don't, sir.
I look at him when I enter and I
Don't.
poke it.
Listen to your lady, please.
I will dock your pay. We will pay us as Greg here is just showing us around. I must say that it has been a while since I've seen the beautiful interior of this building. Do not let us keep you from your duties, though.
Of course. What is your business here, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I was going to just wait until sunrise, and I had business with Lord Van Thamper, but
Oh, then we will prepare a guest quarters for you immediately. Come with me.
that is quite all right. Greg is giving me the toy. You can go prepare one if you would like.
I can't sleep.
Greg can.
And Tim just drop as well.
And at this point, Smoke stealthily tries to poke the statue.
Only on the
Everyone's
butler.
asleep.
Only on the butler.
Only on the
Isn't it
the
an area
valet?
effect?
Yes.
Can it?
But if he's like, I assume if
Yeah,
we're going
yeah,
down
like-
the stairs, I can
yeah.
sort of drop it just behind and
put it in a spot such that it only hits the relevant people.
yeah, the relevant 15 hit points like worth I got on the dice roll.
Okay. Yep.
No.
Oh, that's weird. They just fell asleep.
He must suffer from narcolepsy.
No, I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
He must.
Perhaps he just had.
Nah, I would have noticed.
I'm amazed.
Perhaps he just had a long, tiring day.
He was up this late at night.
But he just fell asleep on the spot. No one does that.
Let's just move on.
Can we tie him up and search him for keys? People like that have keys.
This man is correct. Actually, being guards, Greg, Tim, do you guys know if they have keys? Okay, you guys have keys.
We've got some for the top levels.
Ah, of course you do.
No one ever locks doors in here anyway. They usually kill before they get in if they're a problem.
Usually.
Makes a good point.
Yeah, usually. I'm surprised. Then again, after what you did, maybe I'm not surprised.
We have our ways.
And that must mean we aren't a problem because we weren't killed.
Oh no, you're definitely a problem for them.
Just not for
You're a
you
big
guys.
problem for us, almost.
Almost.
They're quite literally walking on their last legs.
I only ever had to.
I meant it better.
We have a. It
I
seems
like this one.
It seems like we have a comedian here. Do another joke then.
Another joke.
Eldath.
I don't get it.
Shut. Don't say that again. Ready's guiding bolt. Say it again.
You too.
Now, why would I want to do that?
Calm down, the both
Say
of you.
Do it.
Now, why would I?
What do you get if you cross a dragon with a troll?
A dragon troll.
I don't know, but I wouldn't want to find it down an alley. Get it? Because it would be really dangerous.
You can't
God comments.
both of you. Come on.
Does someone want to help me investigate this sleeping man?
Yes.
Please.
Please.
I thought Raz was doing that anyway.
What to find a?
You
why don't
rolled
just
more
slit-
than a 2. Do it again.
Why
I
don't you
rolled
just
a
slit
2
it?
on my first one as well.
Just slit its throat. What are you even? Why?
Well, this guy's not doing anything wrong.
Oh.
It's true. He's not wrong.
Well, to what I know so far.
Yes.
He's got a confession on his person. So I don't find anything. I got 9 on my investigation.
Yep, you don't find anything on him.
It's really good for a 2.
Yes.
Can I check the maid then, since the butler has been checked?
Yeah.
The maid.
There was
Good dusting.
indeed
With his supervision.
8. So less than him.
Ooh.
Yep.
Same
You
thing.
find silverware tucked into her apron.
Well, I mean that's unethical, but I'll put that
Hey,
back.
Greg. Is thieving a punishable offence by death?
Depends what you're asking, I guess.
I mean,
In this
for the
manner.
Xanthus.
Oh, yeah.
So she was buffed anyway.
A rebel.
Dips. No dips. Not gonna dips that.
You're not going to kill Ambra, are you?
No.
I'm not planning on killing anybody.
Good.
No.
I was thinking about maybe, trying it on sometime when I get my courage up.
Well, why don't you save her? And when you save a woman, they are, I believe I read the books, traditionally obliged to do absolutely nothing, but they might remember your bravery.
Oh, I doubt it. Pretty unmemorable.
You are.
Very.
You are, Tim, you are.
I'm just gonna put my arm around Greg and just sort of lean into him and just go, from a woman's experience, let me tell you that women appreciate confidence, but they also appreciate fancy dress. So, do yourself a favor. When you get out and I pay you, get yourself something nice to wear.
But
Ask her out.
it's still a uniform. A fancier guard's uniform.
Yes.
With like a feather in your hat.
What, so just pretend I'm a better guard?
Yes.
No, don't just pretend. Be a better guard.
But I'm really bad with this thing. Points to the sword on his hip.
So you're
Have you, have you,
I just stand in the hallway.
have you considered a different weapon?
Like what?
I have so many to choose from.
I just sort of suddenly just pull out my whip and just a little bit and then put it back.
Ah, nah, I wouldn't be able to do that either. I can barely hold this up. Cut myself with it for the first 3 weeks, almost every time I drew it.
I'm gonna.
Shows you his hand with lots of little cuts across it.
Do you hold the scabbard when you draw?
Yeah, of course.
Hold
Oh, I
it
don't
further down.
anymore. Yes, work that one out.
Gonna pull out one of the many knives. One of this is doing it for you.
I'll
It's a bit shorter.
It's basically a Tupperware
See?
party.
Maybe hold on to that one. That's bad for me.
Put that one back.
Too small.
Gonna get out the flail with a skull on it. No sharp edges on this.
Ooh, I really like that one.
Oh! And he drops it and hits him in the knee. Ow! Oh, just please stop handing me things.
Oh, I did a hurt on myself.
Tempted to hand,
Like the loaded crossbow and see what happens.
tempted to hand him like any number of other dangerous things, but I'm not going to. Just gonna chuck that back in there and move on with our lives.
When we get that finger of death scroll.
I love that's a when. Yes, please. If you know where the basement is, lead on.
Oh, basement. Yeah, I think it's through the. I think it's through here. We don't usually go down there, but it's through the kitchen. I think we're not really meant to know about it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, perfect.
Kitchen.
Nothing downstairs.
It sounds like you're trying to say.
Oh, we're upstairs.
Or upstairs. No tower in this building.
Wait, we were upstairs though.
There's no tower above the second floor. No.
Yeah, I know.
None
I
of
work there.
Can smoke roll for insight?
Or
Like you said, there's nothing downstairs or upstairs. The smoke would just like to roll for insight.
He's making obvious eyes.
Yeah, I know. Smoke doesn't. 10 plus. Oh wait, no. Oh god damn it! Unfortunately, that's a 16.
it's like, yep, nothing downstairs. We're not going there now.
The way
Through the kitchen.
Yes.
That's where we're going.
Okay, so smoke speaks wink or.
He does today.
With 16, he does.
Oh, damn it. Unfortunately, I think there's actually something downstairs, guys. We should go through the kitchen.
Yes.
Oh.
And I just walk.
That is
You
clearly
see a few large preparation benches and the pots and pans hanging from the ceiling. Most of the food's been packed away, but there are some perishables that have been left out. The cat straight away jumps up on it and starts saying, "Oh shit, I forgot we're not meant to let her in here."
But you're also probably not supposed to lead intruders around.
No, you're right on that. I think that's like number one rule.
Probably.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Or 5
One of
gold.
those.
In for a copper, in for a platinum.
I wouldn't do it for a copper.
No.
Once you've committed to something, you commit fully to it.
Why?
Exactly.
Why not just run off if it gets too hard?
Well, that's why you've never asked out what's her name.
Yes, but it's also probably why I'm not dead now. He would have just killed me if I kept doing my job.
Fair.
That is a very fair point.
A man
You should
after my
get
own
yourself a
heart.
better job.
Yeah, probably will, I suppose.
This man keeps on living too.
Survival above all else.
Is there any? When we eventually make it to the kitchen, if we do,
You're in the kitchen.
We're in the kitchen.
Oh, we are good.
Cat's eating
Are
from
there
the
any?
table.
Was there any kind of fruit?
Yep, there's bowls of fruit.
Yep.
Alright, let's try it because you're a vegetarian.
Yep. So what about like glasses of some kind?
Yeah, there'd be some wine glasses hanging from the ceiling. There'd be some cupboards with mugs in them.
Does it look like there's a NutriBullet?
Roll for investigation.
I'm sorry, a what?
A blender of some kind. Investigation 15.
There seems to be some strange contraption on the table with a rune.
Are you gonna make a smoothie?
Yep. Smoke is gonna get a bunch of fruit and just like just put a bunch of fruit, like apples, bananas, whatever the fruit is. Get some of the milk from his hat, pour it in. See if there's any some ice or whatever around.
There's no ice.
Yep. He's gonna try to make the best smoothie he can.
Sure.
That's what he's gonna spend the rest of the adventure doing.
Yep.
While he's doing this, I'd like to get like 4 wine glasses, fill them up at varying levels of water, and start playing them.
I would like to look for a hidden door.
Performance?
Actually, no, I would like to ask Greg and Tim if they know where the hidden door is.
Oh yeah, it's just the back of the room there.
Excellent. I go over to the hidden door.
22, I'm playing these crystal glasses.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
I'm gonna play the tubular
you.
bells on them.
Seems like a waste of time, though. I'm not sure what we're doing here, to be honest. Now it seems.
We're waiting for Sarissa to find the secret door.
Oh, no, it's over there.
I found the secret door 10 seconds ago. I'm waiting on you.
I'm Sarissa.
Can my smoothie have magical properties if I make it really awesome?
If it's natural 20,
Okay, cool.
it's a natural 1 as well.
Oh, yes.
Roll a d20 on like 10% odds.
Can anyone give me guidance, or can I give myself guidance for this?
No, it's just a natural 20.
Okay, first of all, you're only gonna roll 1d20 there, friend.
I can guide you. This dice roll is almost nothing but extremes. It's great.
Oh, that's a natural 3.
So now,
Extremes, but not quite a one.
It's not very good. You think you probably put the wrong selection of fruits in there,
Yeah, I'll keep working on
but it
that.
doesn't curse you.
Duran.
Alright, well, I mean, here it is, the pantry. That's where they keep going, and we don't see them, because they don't do it.
yeah, right. Yeah.
They do, we see them.
Yeah.
Did you see how they open it?
No, they just go through the door, then they just don't come back.
All right, through we go.
They weren't in there.
Well, through you go, Tim or Greg, whichever one.
Oh, yeah, no, we're in here now.
Okay, cool.
To Narnia we go!
In we go, and it just appears to be a pantry, I'm guessing.
Yep. Barrel of fresh water.
Yeah.
And some shelves with some non-perishable goods on them. Spices and flour.
Do they have any really good like spices and stuff?
Yeah, there'll be some pretty expensive ones.
Excellent, I'm taking them.
Yeah. You're lucky you don't work for them, they'd kill you for that.
Well,
they'll probably-
I expect they'd kill me for intruding anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
For
I
a
was like,
penny and for a pound.
fucking.
Still don't get it.
Yep. Don't need to. We don't pay you to get it.
I think perhaps at this point, it's time these lads leave via the front door.
Oh, actually, if you could escort out the prisoners that we found upstairs in the
We can't
car.
leave when we're on shift. They're like, what are you doing leaving? Get back here and do your jobs.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we better.
Oh.
Are we not your masters now? We pay
No,
you?
not in terms of.
I mean, I could go out and tell them, but then we'd probably be allowed to leave, but then they'd come after you.
I think it is best if you just follow us.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
We can't get our gold anyway if we don't.
Correct.
That's right.
Alrighty, so let's have a look around in here for some sort of secret hatch or door, Professor. You're the one
Also,
who's-
by the way, by follow you, I mean I'm assisting. By the way, by following, I mean you're going first.
I don't know if I want to, really.
Yeah.
I'll make it worth your while and give you an extra gold.
6 gold pieces to die doesn't seem like a good deal.
26.
Yep. You look around, there's no secret doors or anything, but you notice the very heavy barrel of water is hiding something underneath it, which is probably a trapdoor down.
Sarissa, can you help me with this? I think there might be something here.
With all my 8 strength.
Yeah, with all your 8 strength, yeah.
I just assumed there's a fire. You're a dex fighter.
Yeah, I'll, like any sort of struggling they're having, I'll walk over and just like, oh, I can help you out with that, and probably like pick up the entire thing, just like,
Just levitate.
yeah, it's like, oh, I've already used levitate. Pick it up, it's like, well, this is unusual.
Roll a
Question,
strength check.
questions later.
Very heavy and full of liquid.
Well, it
Smoke
is,
is
yeah.
just continue working on his smoothie smoothies at this point.
Natural 20.
Yep.
24.
Confused.
Very heavy. You managed to just drag it across.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, that's
The DC was higher, but you got a nat 20.
Yeah, yeah.
it is pretty impressive.
Oh shit, he's pretty strong, hey?
See you, big.
Yeah, he had
What are you, like some kind of creature of the night or something?
Oh, it is night time. I don't consider myself something of a creature sometimes, but no.
Alright, well, really don't want to go first. Hey Tim, you go first.
As I said, an extra gold.
Alright.
Oh shit, Tim's brave.
Tim sort of reaches down with the metal latch to lift the trapdoor and just... didn't die. That was pretty good. Puts the trapdoor up. You see a large stone staircase descending into the ground and turning to the left.
I can't tell if they're nihilistic or just like really oblivious.
I think they know they're going to die no matter what.
Oh, that's depressing. I don't want to kill them.
Oh, you don't want to die.
Well, that's a
We
start.
almost did before. This is our best shot so far, I reckon.
That's a start. Yeah. I mean, we could have in theory just left you up on that hallway before and just tied you up.
Anyway, just leading on.
Leading on.
Yeah, well, here we go. Here's the stairwell. Down we go. Down under the ground
Following
to the
him.
cellar that doesn't exist.
Follow you, Tim.
As Raz goes in, I just chuck my arm around Greg and just drag him along with me. As I go behind Raz.
Oh, that's all right. He's in front of us. We'll probably get killed first and we can run.
Oh god.
Exactly. It is an excellent plan.
Raz realizes, oh god damn, it's Riz behind me again. They're not pushing me into another trap. God damn it.
Smoke will be as far forwards as possible to get away from Sarissa.
Yep.
In front of Tim or in front of me? Those are your options.
Yeah, in front of him.
Either way, you start heading down.
Uh-huh.
You find a large room. 4 stone pillars brace the 10-foot high vaulted ceiling of this dry cellar, the walls of which are lined by dozens of barrels on wooden braces. Half the barrels have brass spigots tapped into them, and the room also contains 2 stacks of wooden crates. One in the middle of the room, and one stacked by the south wall.
Somewhere Gorder is turning in his sleep that he's not here.
As you enter, you see a door across the room, and one just next to you where you walk down.
Mm-hmm. Do I have any sort of empty receptacle in my bag? I'm willing to bet that I probably don't. The closest thing I've got is like that bit. Was any of that silverware in the maid's apron a goblet?
No, it was cutlery.
Dicks.
There were goblets and glasses just upstairs, though.
I've got a water skin.
Yeah, probably don't want to fill a water skin with alcohol.
You could just empty the water.
Hang on. Just realised I don't have a live spy imp anymore.
I've got like half a bottle of wine left.
I have a 10-gallon hat.
You do, but that's full of milk.
Yeah, and you're not getting any of it.
Correct. And luckily, I don't want any of it.
Well, it's dragon's milk. It's too good for you anyway. Whatever. And then you're
Just quite
decrease
sassy.
in age about 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden.
In any case.
It's very
So,
good.
any idea which door we should head through?
Door across us and...
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Let's go through a door across us.
Which door shall we
I'm following the rogue's instinct.
go?
Forward! As he gets up an image of a spine devil. Forward.
Forward, so towards the door across the room from you.
Yes.
Yep.
Was there another door we could go through?
There's one just next to you, one across the room.
Let's go across the room, yeah, fuck it.
I'm gonna take it.
Move things right along.
So you open the door to what looks like a very well kept wine cellar. More than 200 corked bottles are displayed in a 7-foot tall wooden rack. Spans the whole west and south wall. There's some empty crates stacked in the middle of the room.
There's almost as many knives in here. Oh, sorry, there's almost as many bottles in here as I have knives in my pack.
You can say room all open.
I'm going to take 5 of them. 6 of them.
Whilst he's doing that, I would like to look for the most, like the oldest, most expensive wine I have in the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look around like I'm about to be attacked.
Roll a history check.
History?
Yep.
Dirty 20.
How much time are you spending down here looking?
As long as it takes for me to grab 6 bottles of wine, because I'm not sticking around in here for much longer after that.
That's about 30 seconds.
So I would say Cyrus is there for about a minute.
Yeah.
No.
I got a 17 on my perception.
To make sure we're not about to be murdered.
You find 4 fine bottles of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Looking over them, you'd think they'd be worth about 10 gold pieces each to sell.
Yep.
These are for personal use.
Yep. Roll perception with advantage for me.
So I got 17.
17.
Woof.
You hear something scuttle and you hear the crack of wood, and you hear Greg, "Wait, hey, watch out behind you there, guys!"
I turn around,
so roll initiative.
Cool. I already did because I assumed that was coming.
Oh,
I got better than a 4 this time.
Oh, yeah, boy, let's go.
I used my last lucky point on getting a collateral earlier.
Good job.
Anyone over 20?
22.
Oh,
Not this time.
damn, I thought I
15 to 20?
had 16.
Yeah, I had a large day. It is good.
10 to 15.
Wow. Yeah.
5 to 10.
7.
5.
Glorious.
Same bracket.
I handle my healer's kicks to the professor.
So as you turn around, you see these spine demons explode out on a wooden crate in the middle of the room and starts going towards you. By the time you're ready, they're about 10 feet away.
Excellent. Draw the sword out, and I am going to. Why not? Still got it. I will attempt to, as they're coming towards me, I will just swing. Wait, how many are there?
You can see 2 so far.
2 so far? Never mind. I'm gonna leave the sword sheath and just summon the black chains. And yeah, get them out. And I will step back. No, I won't. I'll stay where I am, and I will just with the chains stand there, getting ready for them to attack me.
Yep, smoke.
Alrighty then. So there's 2 that we see.
Yep.
Okay.
With all our dark vision and goodness.
Yep.
Cool.
That's it down here. There are
That's
lamps
fine.
lit.
Yep.
We wouldn't know much about them, would we?
Not really, no.
Possibly.
We probably haven't come across them before.
Wouldn't know like enough to know if they're undead or not.
Well, they look very devilish, I'm willing to bet.
You know you're coming here searching for the people that are trying to bring the hells about. They look like they're from the hells. They look fiendish.
Okay, so fiendish, not undead-ish.
Yep.
Alrighty then, in that case, I will just cast... Wait.
Take it for.
Bloody hell. I'm just going to just have my quarterstaff of all things, and I'm just going to ready in action. I'm going to step back, and if they attack, which they would because we're in initiative,
Good chance.
I'm gonna save it for when they attack.
Cool. That's
Rather
that.
than one. Cool. That's a roll. Oh jeez. All right. I've not done this for possibly ever actually in this whole thing.
Wait, what's the spell you're casting, sorry?
No, I'm just using my quarterstaff.
Alright.
This is something different. Oh, we've got 2 silver bolts left over. Okay, that's a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah, cool. This will be not much damage.
Oh.
That's a 0 damage.
What?
1d6 minus 1.
Oh.
What's your AC?
17. We have my shield up.
Yep. So the first one lunges in. As you hit it with a stick, it sort of clings onto your stick and pulls itself up, biting your arm. Doing 3 points of damage. And then you see its tail whip up over its shoulder and stab at you, but it misses as it's trying to cling to your arm still.
Gross.
The second one lunges on you and bites into your leg, doing 4 points of damage. And its tail whips over and stabs into your stomach, doing 5 points of piercing damage.
Alright then. Cool.
Which brings us to across the room here. Oh shit! I cut myself again. You look up and see Tim with his blade half drawn, shaking his hand.
Tim, not you too.
I thought that was great.
He's now unconscious.
Son of a bitch.
Raz.
Oh, neat. Alrighty, I'm going to draw that there rapier and hand crossbow again. Let's fucking go in on these boys that are attaching themselves to smoke rapidly.
Yep.
Yep. Deploy. Aw, 11 to hit with the rapier.
That misses.
Yep.
As you swing past, trying not to hit smoke, sort of just don't manage to get him as you try not to hit him.
Yep, and I'm going to try to shoot. And
Oh, wait a minute. They did make a wisdom save, but no.
so to actually hit you, yeah.
I thought you said it wrong.
Yeah, right.
What's their save?
I think it's is it 14 now?
I think so.
If it's your DC, then
Yeah, they pass.
Yeah, cool. And to shoot them is 25.
That will hit.
Cool. And they're very locked in combat with smoke, yes?
A little bit.
A little bit. Neat.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that sucks. 4, 8, 12, 16 points of piercing damage to one of these boys. 16.
Yeah, you shoot through its wing, it seems to pierce right into its rib cage, and it lets out a horrifying shriek. I don't know. Thank you.
oh, it's yours.
A rumbling sound that sounds quite demonic, next to the high-pitched shriek of it. That's the end of your turn.
I believe so.
Across the room, you see Greg draw his sword. Ha! Got it! So moving forward, he does not reach an attack.
It's going to stab you.
He might. He might.
Professor!
You were going to do some sort of AoE, weren't you? You were going to do some sort of AoE, weren't you?
No. Because the only one I've got is Fireball.
Oh.
It's not going to work on a devil.
No,
I'm not even roll. He just fucking knows that.
You're a professor, yes.
So instead, I have no idea what this spell will look like, so it's probably just a flash of my eyes and a flash of its eyes. And the one that's more
damage.
nope, less damaged.
The one that hasn't been hit.
Yep. Please make an int save. Unless it is immune to being frightened.
DC what?
15.
Is it immune to being frightened? It genuinely could be.
Your eyes flash, its eyes flash, and it looks at you and it lets out a hiss, and you see rows of sharp teeth. It doesn't seem to have taken.
Did I feel that it was immune or just deflected it?
You felt it try to take hold and just couldn't.
Okay.
Not immune, it just was powerful enough to resist it.
My turn.
Alright, so marching order. In the wine cellar, out to the main room.
Yep.
You've left the cellar to engage them.
I would assume so, yeah.
You'd be near the cellar door.
I'd be, yeah. Well, I'm 10 feet away from them, I'm assuming.
Yep. Smoke's with you. Where are you two? Raz and Professor.
I thought I was closer to the back of the group, but these guys all started branching off to loot the place.
Yeah, so you'd probably be in the middle of the wine cellar.
Yeah.
Behind. Raz? Where would you be?
Where would I be?
Yeah. They're in the doorway. Professor's in the wine cellar.
I was collecting wine, but now I guess. But now I guess I'm over with smoke.
You've
because
moved to engage.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's your AC?
Mine, 15.
One of the boxes in the middle of the room explodes open as another spine devil lunges at you, biting into your shoulder, doing 3 points of damage. What did you say it was? 13?
15.
15. And yeah, you see its tail whip over and splash at you, but not quite able to reach. Sarissa.
Yep, so it's just the centaur effect. I don't think anything that's different.
Yeah.
So I'm 10 feet away from these guys. There's 2 attacking smoke. There's 1 attacking Montbank.
Yep, you heard it explode. Quickly glancing over your shoulder, you see one explode out of the box.
How far back? Like how far away from it?
Professor?
Yeah, from the Professor.
You would be. You'd only be about 10, 12 feet away from the Professor.
So within 10-foot range.
I'd say yes.
Awesome. I'm going to swing my first chain at. My first chain will go to the one that Raz damaged.
Yep.
My familiar is also going to use its action to use the help action, giving advantage on this one. So it's going to be a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet ass. Alright, where's my D4 gone? So it takes for 11 points of slashing damage and 1 point of necrotic damage from the first hit.
Yeah, as you hit it, just puffs out of existence with a little twin of flame.
Yep.
You take 3 points of fire damage through.
3 points?
I'll fire damage.
And then with the other one, I'm going to whip both over action and bonus action offhand attack to the one that's attacking Montbank.
Yep.
Won't have advantage because Familiar's not there. So first one's a nat 19, 26 total.
That'll hit.
So that is 10 points of slashing damage, magical, and 2 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
Still there?
Still there.
Offhand attack is a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
So that misses.
Yep.
And that is Sarissa's turn. She's between both. She can engage both. As a note, I threaten both of them, like 10-foot engagement distance. So
Oh, is that how that works?
Smoke.
yeah, it's considered engaged with me.
Ah, sweet.
Oh, okay. Smoke is gonna step away.
You've got one that's biting into you at the moment.
Is it attached to me or?
It's bitten into you and it's attached.
So it's attached. Oh, okay. Can I extend my other hand really far away so it's more than 5 feet away and then just like
He's trying to use a ranged attack without disadvantage on something attached to him.
what's my wingspan? Is what I'm asking.
It's not 5 feet.
It's touching you.
Your arm would have to be like as long as I am tall.
Yeah. Alright.
What are you trying to do?
No, that's alright. Plan B is I'm just gonna try to shake it violently off and try to shake it off him.
Ah, yes.
So
The Taylor Swift approach.
trying to make it.
I'm trying to like force it to let go.
I'll let you do that as a bonus action with a. Doesn't matter.
Never mind.
You start shaking it and it just bites its teeth in. You take 1 point of piercing damage.
Sure.
That will be a bonus action, so you still have an action spell if you want to use it.
Okay, so I've taken 1 damage, but it is no longer like.
No, it's latched onto you.
Oh,
It's still an at 20.
It's still latched onto me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bit in harder if you tried to shake it off.
Oh, Jesus.
You're gonna whack it with your quarterstaff. That's not gonna have disadvantage.
On the shoulder, just sweep it down.
Yeah.
It's like playing violin almost.
Yep, alright. I'll do that then.
Yep.
So just I roll to hit it.
Roll with advantage.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, lots.
Yep. That hits.
Plus 20, cool. But I might not do any damage. With what happened last time. I did 2 damage.
2 damage. Well, it seems slightly miffed.
Don't boop it. He doesn't like it.
It does
Did
not.
that 4, did the bludgeoning damage knock it off?
No.
Fair enough.
Alright, so use its tail whip forward to attack you. The first time it does 5 damage.
Just hits.
Yeah. Got 2 hits.
Yeah, okay.
The second time it does 7 points of piercing damage.
So 12.
Yep. Then you take 3 points of piercing as it's lashed onto your arm.
So 15 total.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Did they make
The other one is dead.
Correct. He died.
Tim seems to draw his sword and come chasing after Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Cool.
That one he just might.
I'm going to continue my spree of stabbing things that are attached to smoke.
Yep.
Going to try and hit it with the rapier first, with a natural one.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to shoot at it next, with a 20-something.
That would probably hit.
Maybe. But that one might not.
Yeah. Look, it's okay now, kind of. For a 12, 15, 24 points of piercing damage.
With your
Crossbow.
Yep. So you've hit it with a shot, it bites and stuff, stabbing you, and you just see a crossbow bolt appear out of nowhere, hit it in the side of the head and just pierce to the ground, where it twitches for a second and stops moving.
Oh. Eldath, come to the rescue again!
Raz comes past with his move and is just like, nope, that was me.
Oh, damn it.
As it gets pinned to the ground, you just hear, ah! You see Tim charge past with his sword drawn, slashing at one of the professor, and cutting it quite deeply.
Ooh. Oh yeah. You go, Tim.
Oh shit, did you guys see that?
This is what you can do when you work with us.
Smoke holds up a sign that says 10 out of 10.
Scoring one of his attacks.
And Greg doesn't make it in this round. Professor. He's looking very hurt on you now.
Yeah. I summon forth Stars of M.E.R.C.Y. Hit it with magic missiles for 8 damage.
Also,
Hits it and its head just explodes with this holy light and its body slumps to the ground.
Good work, Greg. I say to Tim.
Keep telling you I'm Tim.
Well,
Thanks, Greg.
You're Greg now.
See that, guys? I almost got there in time.
almost.
That's pretty good.
You're getting a lot better.
Yeah, I never get there in time usually, but I mean, honestly, I try not to.
I reckon the next time you'll definitely get there.
Oh, well, yeah, let's hope not.
You know what, Greg? Not getting there in time is what kept you alive the last time.
You're just advocating incompetence.
No, I'm just advocating survival.
Incompetence.
Same thing, usually. He's not wrong.
They were doing a
You are.
stationary patrol. I wouldn't mind bandaging some of these wounds up.
Yeah,
Ray comes up to you, leans in and goes, "Hey, quick question for you. That woman, is there a reason she keeps following us and not helping?" Ray's just standing in the doorway watching.
Yes.
She's
All right, then that's fair.
she's an understudy. She's an understudy of us, and she's learning the ways of how we fight. So we thought we'd put on a bit of a demonstration for her.
Her name's Sandra
Oh.
Jarrow. Sorry. I'll just random insult one of the computer. Tanner's doing computer games.
fair enough.
Bit weird if you ask me, but all right. I guess so. Not a problem for us. We'll carry on. We'll keep on fighting another day.
I mean, ideally, I'd like
Pushing
to
on.
bandage some of these wounds.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody happen to have the time?
At the time,
Like 3, 10?
Okay, it was like 3 when we got
Well, the
there.
sun will be up in the next couple of hours, I would think.
Yeah.
Then my
So we
shift
have
will be
time.
over.
So yeah,
You want the short rest?
yes, let's bandage some of these wounds up. Smoke got quite bitten as well.
If we're going to take a short rest, like confirm amongst the party.
I guess so.
Hey, I'm not opposed to it.
Right in the middle of this creepy basement is a good idea.
Excellent. I'll use my second win then. Because I get that back and I need 1 hit point. I rolled a 1!
Congratulations.
Hey.
I'm just going to remark to the party, it's like, I'm getting stabbed an awful lot less this time around. I got blown up
Oh, I
there,
rolled
but
a
It is
eight.
because I'm the one getting stabbed this time.
perfect. It's like at some point in the next hour, I go back to Rare and be just like, hey, Greg brought up a good point. Why aren't you helping with any of this?
After what I've seen, I'm not sure I can trust any of you. I want to be sure I can.
I'm sorry, but you won't trust us, why?
You murder people in cold blood and then you take them on as apprentices. You kill people in their sleep. Perhaps it's for the greater good, but I'm not yet convinced.
I mean, I can understand where you're. I can understand where you're coming from.
I can't.
You lack empathy.
What?
Yes.
No, it's just the logical thing to do.
Murder someone in their sleep
Yes.
does not sound logical to me.
Well, someone who is summoning devils, trying to destroy a city like yours that was destroyed.
Of what proof do you have that it was him?
You told me he was doing it.
Look, to be fair, while it does make perfect logical sense, it does not make sense
Hang
in
on,
the eyes of
I'd like to
honor.
go back for a moment. You told me he was summoning devils. I killed him on your word. And now you're telling me you can't trust your word?
Imps are not devils, they are fiends.
Imps are devils. You need to go back to school, young lady. Fiends can be either devils or demons, but imps are devils. They are from the hells, therefore devils.
Either way, it does not necessarily justify murdering a man in his sleep.
There is no honor in it.
How? So, you're from a city that was destroyed by the hells.
I'm aware of this. I've come from there.
So, if you could save another city by murdering someone in their sleep,
Yes, if it was the right person, then I was sure.
but you were the one that told me he was partially responsible.
We know they're in league with something here. We don't know.
Well, perhaps it's I'm not one trusting you anymore.
Well, to be fair, you may not have stuck exactly to your word, or whether or not you have, I can't remember your exact words. There are devils here.
If I see evil and know evil, I will destroy it. Until then, I want to be sure.
Well, I was going on your word. I'll keep that in mind from now on.
On the plus side, there is plenty of wine for us. A drink? Anybody?
No. We're possibly fighting more devils. Alright.
Oh yeah, I'll have a bit of a swig, if you don't mind.
Just start passing the bottle around. We've got no cups, so just the bottle.
I offer it to Hawk.
Hawk gets why you don't get him now.
Hawk finally understands. This was the last straw.
He takes a tiny sack over his shoulder.
At least he understands.
He's a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, I'll just
So he's an
last
Jehovah's
bottle
Witness.
around. Enough to get tipsy, not enough to actually get drunk.
Yep. So you'll take a short rest.
I suppose so.
Yep. Good news for you. You don't get attacked by any more spine devils while you're resting.
That's useful.
I'd like to pick apart that body. Oh wait, no, they just
Nope,
disappeared
yep,
in there.
sure did.
Yeah. Let's say if they had their corpses there, I'd like to examine them.
Yeah, no, that's not creepy at all.
You always learn from studying the enemy.
That is true.
Smoke studies Sarissa.
Yes, you do.
I think at this point, Montbank studies Rhea.
No.
Hawk studies smoke.
Hawk definitely studies smoke.
The professor's dealt with misguided youth before. She's fine.
Okay.
Nobody will say it out loud.
Did you just refer to yourself in third person?
In my own head, I did. Are you
Yeah.
able to read minds?
Yeah, so
Maybe a little bit.
remember the words.
I should
Never
stop
put yourself
mouthing
out.
when I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can read minds.
Oh, shit.
What number am I thinking of then?
I would like to just look very, like, just lean down and go, are you really thinking about a number?
It's 7.
Are you
Yeah, it was. Did you get it?
Indeed, I did. I wanted to be sure.
That's pretty cool.
You see, I just wanted to be sure that you're really focused. You see, if you provide... when people get distracted when you're trying to read their minds, it gets all clouded. So you've got to make sure they're thinking really clearly.
Oh, so I'll just think unclearly and no one can read my mind.
Exactly.
I'm
That makes sense
struggling
to me.
right now.
I think we're all struggling right now.
Shall we move on?
Yes, please.
Yeah, we've still got at least an hour of our shift. Might as well.
Yeah.
Yes, we'd hate for Sarista to have to pay you for the next shift. Overtime rates.
Hey, my
Overtime. Oh,
I'll pay you overtime if you continue to work for us.
all right.
Right to the end of this shift, of course.
Oh no, I'll start now if you want to. If you're willing to give up your work for the Van Tampers and work for us instead, particularly me instead.
Yeah, all right. I'd say that'll get killed by you, I guess. So it sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
Indeed.
I'm saying it to you now, Sarissa, you're using your money for this, not ours.
I know.
Good. So there's no misunderstandings later.
There are perks with being nobility.
I'm interested.
They usually have lots of money.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, moving on.
So that door there, I guess, is the only other one.
I would imagine so.
Other door. Let's do it.
Who's going first then?
This
Tim!
one.
Point at me for?
You're the rock.
She's a lady. You better do it.
You're not going to do the D&D equivalent.
You're not going right behind me. I remember last time.
Then I will not.
Good. Let's go.
I should
Grudgingly.
Smoke will bring up the rear.
You open the door and you're immediately hit with the musty stench of sewers. You seem to have entered the sewer system under the mansion here.
Gross.
Roll perception for me.
I will. Lots. 25.
You've come across you've got dark vision, so it seems to go about 50 feet to your left, about 60 to your right.
Mm-hmm.
You briefly hear a quick squeak somewhere far in the distance to your left, and you hear footsteps to your right that seem to be moving away from you very, very quietly, but you hear splash in the water.
I'm going to follow the footsteps as sneaky stealthily as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Roll your stealth.
I will gesture people to follow behind me if they so choose.
Smoke will cast guidance on that if needed.
It's not on account of it being natural 20.
It's like Smoke takes that guidance back.
You know what?
It's in his pocket.
You know what? It's a cantrip anyway, right?
Yes, it is.
Let's make that 30.
Oh.
Just casually.
It's not very sneaky. You immediately get found. So if everyone's following,
Yeah.
Yes.
stealth checks.
I'm a little bit back, but no, I didn't.
My owl has proficiency in stealth. Help action!
At this point, I'm just like crawling on the ceiling.
16.
17.
And 9.
Oh, just for flavour, Smoke is going to be going like upside down.
Crawling on the roof.
Yeah.
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 With your climbing speed.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. So Tim, Greg, and Ray fall in line with you. We'll start moving forward quietly. You round the corner, and about 50 feet ahead of you, you see someone wearing black robes, and you see golden pointed devil horns coming up from in front of them. And they seem to be kneeling down, doing something with someone standing next to them wearing the same garb. The professor steps on something.
Can I?
Let me finish.
No. Can I say how I blow it?
No, because you don't. With their 7 on perception. Steps and slips his foot and it splashes in the water just as the man kneeling down coughs loudly. Everyone looks around tensely for a moment, but they don't seem to have noticed you.
So we all notice that they're there?
Yes, hard to miss.
So
Let's have a crossbow.
it's okay with you if we kill these obvious cultists?
Asking Rhea, I'm guessing.
Are you asking Ray or asking
Yes,
him?
asking Raya.
They seem to be cultists, yes.
Got a crossbow at the ready.
She reaches up and grasps something under her cloak. And immediately looks at you.
Well, I mean, we already know what that was.
So yes, they are evil. We can kill them.
Killing evil things is what we're about.
Quick question.
I am not going to
Do
say
I still
anything
have the
to that.
silver bolts left? Did I only have 2 total? Did I use them?
I gave you 5, I think.
Yeah, I think everyone got 5.
And then
No, I got 15.
I
Because
mean,
we made 20 total, I believe.
I believe I've got 2 left then.
Yeah.
At this point, I realise I have no ranged weapons.
Yes. Well, I mean, well. Oh, you've only got 1 third of spell slot, don't you?
Oh, but that's
And you spent it.
Oh, I have 2 spellable spell slots and a pearl power, so
Get the pearl powers.
I mean, I could just fireball them, but I'm not going to.
Tim and Greg sort of lean and go, I mean, we could give this a crack if you like. They're turned away. It's probably our best chance.
Do you think that you can make it?
Yeah.
Oh, probably not.
We'll give it a go. We'll cover you from back here.
Alright.
You go, and we'll make things happen.
Raz hisses very quietly under his breath. That's not how you survive it. That's why you're gonna die.
If it's
He's like gesturing for you guys to blow their heads off.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Not Tim and Greg.
let them go to their deaths.
So they start sneaking forward, and you see Greg elbow Tim and go, and then they both very slowly and quietly draw out their blades, nod at each other, looking very pleased with themselves not cutting each other.
if it's been 6 seconds, Smoke will cast guidance on one of them.
It has.
Sarissa is going to stealth up with them.
Yep.
I would like to cast Dancing Lights
22 stealth check.
just in front of them, just before these Tim and Greg reach them, in the idea of to distract them.
I'll have a crossbow shot ready for when something inevitably goes wrong.
Same.
Yeah, so you cast Dancing Lights. One on the ground snaps his head up to look up, and the other one looks like he's about to draw something. You see Tim and Greg jump in.
And Sarissa.
And Sarissa, I guess.
She's going to lead it. She's going to do it.
Tim stumbles and falls flat on his face. But it looks like Greg does manage to get a hit in, stabbing through the cultist's back.
I shoot,
Oh shit, I got him!
I shoot the one that Tim was going to attack.
Yep, roll a hit.
Do I have advantage on account of being a sneaky boy?
Sure. And then being distracted.
And then being very distracted. 21 to hit.
Yep, that will hit.
12, 13... God damn it, 17 points of piercing damage to that boy.
Goes straight through the back of his head and he collapses.
Doing that a lot today.
So then with the other one, because Sarissa snuck up with with the rapier, she's just...
As long as he hit, he's dead.
Excellent. Well then.
And if needed,
17?
That will hit.
Yes.
I was talking to a war mage once, and he was saying that you should be aiming for their centre mass, not for their head.
But it's working so well.
Yeah.
I killed 2 people.
Wait, look around the rest of the room. Is there anything
Maybe that's
else
why your
in
crossbow
here?
bolts seem to do so much damage.
Like, what is around? Anything hidden?
Let me have a quick look for you.
Seems like a question for the professor.
My owl will look around, and I will assist it.
There is a heavy iron door just in front of where they're kneeling down, and the sewers seem to go around to the right and around a corner only about 30 feet away.
Now, these guys have a set of cultist robes. With them, if we could just convince everyone to let us walk around.
Yeah, have a look at these masks. They're weird, aren't they? Like gold. Is that real gold?
No.
No.
Almost certainly not. What
I
do they look
searched the
like?
bodies.
Yep, they are just wearing cultist robes, and they've got golden devil masks with horns that come up, and neither of them look exactly the same, but they've been custom made.
The masks. Do the masks ring any bell for me?
Nothing specific.
I'll keep one anyway. Raz, can you open the bag?
No,
We
sure.
should keep this.
In it goes. It's probably filthy with sewer water, but what
Hey, did you see that? I got him right in the back.
You did very good.
Pretty good.
You're doing very well.
Tim fucked it up though.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. Everybody has their days.
I'll
I did it before.
I'll like take the crossbow bolt from what I assume is like up the front of his face at this point, just like, no worry, we had that covered.
I'm just gonna just pull out something that looks like a pen or something in the dark because these people are humans. And then I'm just going to pretend that I'm writing down. I'm just going, I'm taking note on all your good work. You will get paid extra for all the good things you do.
Oh, that sounds pretty good to us. How much is that worth? Killing a guy by stabbing him in the back?
Stabbing him in the back? I must admit, backstabbing, it is an interesting way to do it. I'll give you an extra 2 gold pieces for it.
Oh, that is a sale for me.
So, mark that down.
I like to say to Tim,
6 for Tim, 7 for Greg.
Ha! Beating you, Tim.
Tim is the bravest one, though. He went down first.
Earning less gold, though.
It's because, unfortunately, you got the kill.
Exactly.
Tim, in the future, perhaps draw your sword first before you get close.
Yeah, no, I did, but I slipped and fell. Banged my knee right, too. Hurts a bit now, actually. Feeling a bit sore.
Just walk over and rub it better.
That feels pretty good, thanks.
You're welcome.
Alright.
Shall we push on?
cultist
Yes.
robes on. Shall we put them on Greg and Tim?
Yes.
They are the true heroes of the party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they won't kill us if we look like them.
Correct. Yeah, chuck it over your armor or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
you're still
sounds good to me.
And if you're going to betray us, then we already have the robes. So you'll be ranking members when you betray us.
Indeed.
How will you know it's us though if we go around the corner?
See, this is why I'm going to do a special thing. And I'm just going to walk up and like just going to walk up to them and press my fingers to their temples, and then I'm just going to let my eyes flash with some random ass magic, and then to the next one, flash. Now I know exactly where you are.
Yeah, it was 7 again though.
I wasn't reading your mind. I was applying a tracking spell to you.
Oh, alright, that sounds pretty good too, I guess.
But also your robes have been in the sewer water now. Probably smell you.
Yeah, but they're probably all walking in the sewers, to be fair. We're down in the sewers right now.
Yeah.
I'll give it the mask backs and go on.
Oh, yeah. He's only got one mask. Sorry about that. Keeping the other one.
Oh, well then which one of us should wear it?
I just go over his bag and pull out the mask and hand it to him.
Oh yeah, that would be even better. Now we can
Easier.
both wear them.
Let's go.
And I put the mask on.
Either we're going to have a lot of masks or no reason to have any.
Can't read very well on these things. I can't see very well either.
Then talk less.
Yeah, that would probably help actually. Good point.
I guess we're just going to let this happen.
Absolutely. We're going.
Where are you going?
Big iron door.
Big iron door. There is a big iron door in front of you that seems to be locked.
Well. Here we go again.
Guidance.
It's true. It's true. 8 plus 5 is 13, plus another 5 from the gloves of thievery is 18.
Ooh, nice.
It's just not moving.
Right. Where's that key that I got before for the cages? Look at all the same.
Looks different.
Damn it.
This looks like a much sturdier lock than the cages.
Is there water coming out from underneath it?
No, the water stopped just behind you and turned to the right of the passage. You're in a small alcove now with a door in front of you.
Has the water we've been in been running?
Yeah, it's running.
Oh! Cool.
You can see you're in part of the sewers. So it's just running through the normal sewer way.
Yeah.
So
I won't happen to have been... Like, I don't need to be fully submerged for that particular mechanic.
Hasn't been
do
a
I?
problem.
Cool.
So the bottom of the door, that's on dry ground.
Yeah, so you're in a little dry alcove here with stone floor.
I'm familiar. We'll just sort of flap down and just try to listen through the bottom of the door.
Yep. Perception disadvantage.
So straight roll because it's got keen hearing. 9.
You don't hear anything from under the door.
Hey, Greg, Tim.
Yeah.
Check those robes for any keys.
Oh yeah, we can have a look.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
They start feeling around. Tim goes, oh yeah, here we go.
There you
There's a
go.
big wheel of keys.
I'm surprised we missed that.
Did he find his own keys?
Oh, that's what was jabbing into my hip. That explains a lot. That was pretty uncomfortable, really.
Alright, let's just start flipping through these keys and see if any of them work. Perfect. I was sat there just the cultists probably had a key on them. We took the robes off the cultists. Hey Greg, hey Tim.
Yeah. I think that we're going to have to... they were just going to knock on the door to get through.
Whatever, doesn't matter now.
Secret cult knock.
Yeah, it's fine. Alrighty, see, I'll pop it open. What's on the other side of the door, DM?
Alright, how are you doing this?
Letting the cultists go through first.
Yes, I'm unlocking it, stepping back behind Greg and Tim and gesturing for them to go forward.
Yep, they walk in, you just hear Tim go, oh shit, this looks bad.
Does he get immediately blown up?
Doesn't seem to.
I'm going to pop over his shoulder and have a look.
Yeah, I'll just peek around. I'll just get my familiar to just look around.
Alright, I'm going to read the following box text as described.
Alright, and I'll summon a mage hand just before as
A
well.
broad-shouldered figure with purple skin and a beard of writhing snake-like tentacles stands in the middle of a room lined by iron doors. Tightens its grip on an iron glaive as it glares at you through the darkness. Each door is set with a small barred window and a ring of keys hangs from the creature's belt.
Is it similar to the one we have?
Yes, but with different keys.
Thanks.
What do you see?
So we see that.
A big beady boy. And I get out.
Roll an insight whoever's looking.
Oh, I'm gonna.
24.
Oh, damn, that's pretty good. 23.
Natural one!
The two of you notice as he's gripping his glaive and looking over the shoulder at you and this owl, he seems to be holding back after seeing these two cultists walk in.
He's not attacking us because Greg and Tim. Act natural. I don't know what natural is in this situation, but act it.
Perhaps we could have had some explosive weapon which we could have strapped to their bodies.
What's your business here?
Greg, Tim, that's your cue
That was me, that was his point.
to say something.
Yeah, we're just here doing an inspection, actually, making sure everything's up to standards.
Nice. I should have given them the hat.
He sort of glares at them and he's like, I'll make it quick.
Hell yeah.
All right, come on, boys, let's get the inspection done, make sure everything's up to scratch, yeah?
What the fuck? I suppose we all walk in then?
Yep.
Yeah! Let's go!
As you walk in, this thing's beard sort of has head start looking at you, watching you. But you see it relax the grip on his glaive a little bit.
Would we be able to ascertain, would Sarissa, particularly with her research into the field of devils and stuff, be able to ascertain this is probably a bearded devil?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a devil with a beard.
Yes.
Anyway, 23 an investigation check. I'd like to start finding faults with this thing. Rust on locks, unkept floors. A
What
big
was
lever
your
that says
score? What was your score?
20 lots.
20.
24?
Something like that. No. If I was a 7, I need to be good at my 7 maths. 23.
A lot of stones seem to be cracked where it could be a tripping hazard.
Yep.
The floor's a bit slick from people who come in with sewage on their feet. The locks themselves look pretty well kept. The prisoners look fairly well fed as you walk through and find a bunch of prison cells.
Yep. I'll start with the good news. Okay. I'll say these locks are in an excellent condition. Could work there. But I need to draw your attention to these tripping hazards over here. I'm just sort of trying to distract while these guys are hopefully doing something.
Yeah. I want to sort of ascertain who these people are.
Yep.
If they're just like random citizens or if there's like any particular marks of nobility on them.
Sure. The first prisoner is a short, lean, erudite male human in his 50s. He wears an ankle-length caftan and he has long dark hair with a neatly trimmed goatee which is dyed crimson red.
I hate to ask this. What's a caftan?
I had you to ask it too because I've got no idea.
Is it like the Middle Eastern sort of like
Yeah, it's sort of like the robes of, I believe, something like that.
Okay.
It's a robe of some kind.
Yeah.
a variant of the robe or tunic. It's
Yep.
been worn in a number of cultures around the world for thousands of years.
Oh, neat. Okay, cool.
Asiatic in origin.
Cool. Brilliant. Yep.
I knew and didn't Google.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. I will also.
He's stroking his goatee and looks up at you as you walk past.
I'm also going to. There's a part of me that wants to, whilst this dude's got his back turned, snag his keys off him, but that seems like a bit of a damage.
As you're thinking about doing that, you notice that the snakeheads are watching all around.
Yeah. That seems kind of terrifying.
What other prisoners are there?
Which way are you going?
I would be probably. Wait, so we just walked in and he's down the end of the corridor or something? Or?
So I'll
He's
give
been
you a quick
distracted.
description of the layout.
Yeah, he's been distracted. Professor.
So as you've entered, it's a fairly large, not large, but 15 by 20 foot main room.
Yep.
Along the back wall, there are 4 prison cells, and there's one to your left and to your right as soon as you enter as well.
Righto. So if you go one way, I'll go the other way for the prisoners?
Yeah. Would I have checked the one that was like immediately to the left after we walked in?
I imagine so, yeah. Would have been the first one. So you check the one straight on the right.
Yep.
You see a fit, aristocratic-looking human woman in her 70s. She's completely dressed in noble clothes with no weapons or armour. Just trying to find the description.
It's in there somewhere, I'm sure.
There is not.
Oh.
So she's got her hair neatly pulled back, grey, tied up into a bun, piercing eyes that search you as you look into the cell.
So we'll just look at her back, examine her, make sure she's not trying to hide any contraband or anything like that.
She looks curious.
So we'll just look down at her. Why are you here?
I'm doing my time
What for?
for crimes.
Crimes, you say?
You should know, shouldn't you, if you're visiting me here in my prison cell, since you should rightfully be here.
Of course I should rightfully be here. Whether or not I know your crimes, though, is a different matter.
Oh, surely you know why they've got me imprisoned if you're down here, and surely you know my name.
Oh, absolutely.
Go on,
But
then.
you don't warrant it, and I just walk off.
Guards.
I use my noble ponciness just to just completely just turn up, go. In a very practiced fashion.
And then you move walk out there.
That's what all nobles do.
Mm-hmm.
So only way to walk.
Exactly. Just the typical nose turned up noble fashion. Just snob you off, keep going.
Yeah, you get to the back prison cells, and you find, it's easy now, as you go past, there's dead bodies in there.
Oh, gross.
Very well.
So is the bearded devil listening to my inspection at all?
Sorry?
Is the bearded devil paying attention to my inspection at all?
He's staring glassily at you while the snakes are watching everyone.
Are there any other doors in this room?
In this room, no. Just the prison cells and one back out.
So it's a dead end, Raz.
Probably don't want to say that too loud.
Yeah, purposely being very, very quiet.
With the sneaky boys, you know.
Shall we just get out of here? Just walk back out.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna. Professor, I believe we're all done here.
Are you done with your analysis?
I mean, the cells are a bit more corpsey than I prefer, and some of this floor isn't particularly clean. Just
Tripping hazards.
tripping hazards.
Well, it is
But
it is a dungeon after all.
yes, but when compared to the WHS Act of Baldur's Gate, none of it matches because it doesn't exist. So let's move on.
Very well. We bid you adieu. I say an infirm and then walk off.
You see Greg go up to pat him on the shoulder and go, good. Doing a good job. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. We'll see you on our next inspection then. And turn and walk out. You just hear in your mind, Professor, help me. I'll make it worth your while.
Do I get the impression it's a telepathic or message?
In rhymes.
Message.
I was just, and who is this?
You might know me as Fallister Fisk. I study at Candlekeep. I've heard of you. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Have I heard of him?
Roll a history check.
Yep.
I remember this name coming up
21.
at some point.
Almost no one's heard of him, but he has done some work for your university as a spy. Actually, what did you get on your check?
21.
He is considered an expert on the Nine Hells and Tiefling heritage.
Sarissa's like at the door just waiting for the professor.
Where's Rhea? Right.
She's been walking around, keeping a very close eye on this devil in the middle of the room.
Playing along.
I'll message her and say there is an expert on the Nine Hells imprisoned here.
Yes.
Ominous.
What say you?
Now you hear in your head, say me about what?
Is the devil evil enough to kill?
Of course.
Would you help?
Yes. Say the word.
Or everyone else?
Word.
I'm just waiting by the door, just watching you.
I don't actually mean inside the door, but yeah.
I'll say word.
Alright.
And with that, we roll initiative, I imagine.
Give it a sec.
Or maybe.
I mean,
We'll see.
do you mind if I do you mind if I pre-roll especially?
If you like.
I would like.
How many free rolls can I have? Well, I'm just testing out the dice, so I'm going to roll again.
That is so many d20.
Rolling for hit points.
Maybe. Whoop.
You see her her cloak below a bit. She just lunges forward, drawing a sword and plunging it into the back of this devil.
Oh shit.
Draws in pain. And you see, as she draws out, a lot of this organ starts spilling out the back. Not dead, but you think this would be an opportunity if you've got something ready to go to jump in and finish the job.
I'm going to charge in and attack it.
I was just going to shoot it.
That'd be first.
Fair enough. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
And it's engaged with Rhea. My god, I don't think I've rolled more than 1-1 on any of these d6s this entire night.
Wow.
10, 18.
Actually, nah.
Hit dead.
Yeah.
I better say nah. I'll just use Toll the Dead. It's fine. But he's dead. That's also fine.
Yeah, you see his organs spill out the back and him raw in pain. You just shoot straight down the mouth.
Yeah, it's like it's just a sword comes through his chest and Raz is like, ah!
He drops to his knees and explodes in smoke. Black tendrils are twisting up into nothingness as snakes drop to the floor and just start slithering off into the cracks.
How does Smoke feel about that?
Pretty good.
Did he leave his glaive behind?
No, that wasn't with him.
Do you leave the keys behind?
Yes.
Hey!
Yeah, my knowledge of bearded devils. Are those snakes a bad thing?
What do you know about these devils?
I don't know.
They're not necessarily the worst of things.
I'm just going to snatch those keys if everybody else doesn't mind.
I don't know what my character
As Sarissa said, so she just walks around stabbing them as they go.
well, they're being taken care of.
Stab. So they're not that bad, really. Just stab.
Some disappear through some cracks.
Oh, yeah.
You think they might be spores reporting back to someone, or they might just be snakes that revert to their natural form?
How many of them there were there then?
There would have been 40 or 50 small snakes.
So yeah, I'm just gonna like as I'm
Beard of writhing snakes.
as I'm leafing through these keys, I'm just gonna shout to the professor, just like, so who are we out here to like break out? I assume that's why we did that.
I will look around for him.
Oh yeah, he's in the prison cell stroking his crimson beard. Well done.
So this is the one.
The one with a good long description. Okay.
So this is the one we're breaking out.
Yes.
That dude, cool.
I'd appreciate it, yes.
Well, I mean, we did just kill a devil. I assume.
The least we can
that.
do for a fellow-blooded friend.
I'll unlock his cage, let him out. I'll look over at the other person and be just like, we're breaking her out as well, or
If you would like. I don't really care.
But who else is in here? What was this guy's name? I keep on wanting to say Faust, but I know
Faust
that's
the Fisk.
Faust the Fisk. That is not suspicious in it.
right? Yeah. Hey,
Do you have a brother named Wilson?
I can't say I do.
No.
he wouldn't be a king of the pin variety, would he?
Fausta, what do you know of the other prisoners here?
The others are dead. Satia's the only one left alive.
What about her?
That is Satia.
Satia?
Yes.
She seemed, from what I heard, like she wished to be here.
Oh, I don't think so. None of us wish to be here.
No, she was just trying to probably. And I just speak up a bit louder. Gain favor with the bearded devil so that, for some reason, by turning me in. Doesn't respond.
Any words?
No.
What are you in for anyway? I'll just like kneel down.
Yeah,
okay.
he's out.
Oh yeah, we got it. Yeah.
He sort of surveys you for a moment, being a spy.
That would do it.
Yeah. Okay. What did you like spying on the Van Tambers? Guessing.
Yes.
What'd you find out?
They're trying to summon the hells.
Could you prove that in a court of law if it came to it?
Perhaps if we go to their vault, there will be evidence there.
Well, we don't need to go that way anyway.
Yeah, we do need to go
Would you be morally justified to kill them in their sleep?
I suppose if they're bringing the hells.
Perfect.
Brilliant. Ray, you heard it from the expert.
She does not look impressed.
Well, it doesn't matter now.
So, Ray, from what I tell, you're a paladin?
Who are you talking to?
Right.
Ray?
Raya?
Yeah.
I am not of the gods.
Interesting.
What are you of?
My people.
Your people being the Hellriders, yes?
Ah, yes.
Cool.
You can roll inside if you want.
Well, I saw her with the amulet casting a spell,
Yep.
and then I saw her
That's
essentially smite. Yeah.
Seems
She
like it was a
basically
bit of a smite.
smited.
She smote him real good.
And she was very interested in killing a devil.
Lots.
17. That's inside flying
Oh,
I'm not
lots.
efficient.
You're pretty convinced she's lying to you.
Well, I mean, at this
But
point,
she's a very convincing liar if that's the case.
at this point, I don't actually have a problem with that because I at least know why. Oh boy.
Well,
Yes, we'll hope you get back on your feet and
We've got a growing.
Yes, we should find Silvera. She's been studying these devils and what these Van Thampers are doing. Hopefully she knows even more than I do, and with what we find down here... Well,
Where is she?
in the city somewhere, I hope, unless she's left.
Oh, good.
are you in any way, shape, or form fit to fight?
As fit as any man who can hold a sword.
I look
Yeah.
at Greg pointedly.
Yeah, we need you alive.
Yes. It looks like you need my help there.
Oh, sorry,
What can I do
Tim.
for you?
Sorry.
Tim, I think he was talking to you.
Oh my god. Yeah, we need you alive, I think.
I need me alive too.
Yep. Perfect. So, how opposed would you be to going back upstairs to a bedroom that we came in via? We'll come and get you when we're done.
As long as it's safe or I can stay hidden along the way.
It should be
Well,
safe.
there's somebody sleeping in there, but they're currently tied up and unconscious.
Yeah. And there's
Doesn't sound like it would be a problem there.
and there's 2 other prisoners that we freed from
Oh, yeah, there's
the
2 other
upstairs
people
tower.
A tax collector and sewer
Some
manager.
some sort of civil engineer.
And
Best as I
if
can
they're
tell.
up there, obviously they don't know what's happening or they'd be in one of those cells.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes, one was brought in for trying to collect tax.
Yeah. The other was brought in for trying to expand the sewer system, which would have probably interfered with a lot of whatever was going on down here.
I'm assuming there was a big magic circle or something for a summoning ritual.
Something. Speaking of, do you know anything about big unspeakable horrors that might be down here?
Not enough. That's what I'm down here to find out.
Ah, I see.
Sort of investigating to find out and ended up down here.
You wouldn't happen to know more than nothing, would you?
I've seen the plans for down here. Know where everything is.
Oh.
I could
So-
stay with you and lead the way if you like.
That would
Yes.
be very helpful.
Yes. Would you happen to mind taking some of these cultist robes off of one of these boys?
Off of who?
Greg and Tim.
I'm not sure why you want me to undress someone.
No. Just wear the robe so that you can be the cultist because you seem to be far more.
Oh, how about the cultists are escorting him?
So you can pretend.
Being that he is already a prisoner.
You're a spy. Your skill set is far more used to being undercover and being in disguise than either of them.
I like to think. I'm sorry.
I think they're doing pretty
I very much
Thank
like
you
to
very
think that they
much.
did an excellent job in fooling that devil.
Thank you.
In fact, you're getting paid extra.
Even better news. Keeps on getting better.
As I said, for every good thing you do, I'm paying you an extra gold piece. Unless it's something spectacular, in which case you might get 2 or 3.
Oh, we should try to do a backflip.
Oh. Now, the
Not
thing
the
is...
silver's too slippery.
Yes, and well, the thing is, it has to be more spectacular than what I could do.
Do you see my point, Fisk?
Felsa just looks at them like they're the absolute idiots they are.
Yes. Yes, that's my point.
Very well. One of you, give me your robes. I think you should do it, Tim. Piss off, Greg, you do it. Let's find out who wins.
Rock, paper, scissors with yourself.
An hour later.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, short rest later.
Greg's like, well, fine. This way I'm not going to get stabbed, so joke's on you, Tim. He takes off the robes and the mask and hands it to
Yes.
Alistair,
Faster.
who dons them. All right, well, I suppose I'll lead the way then.
Please do.
Indeed.
He heads out the front door and takes a left turn down the sewer. And we're going to find out where he takes you next week. So make sure you tune in to find out, well, mainly if Greg and Tim survive.
Oh man, even you
I'm
forgot their names.
kind of keen for this. Greg went from an example to someone I'm actually willing to keep around.
At this point,
Tim, though.
yeah.
Hasn't earned enough gold to keep around yet.
Exactly.
Professor, wait till he falls asleep and then.
Unless he tries to summon a devil.
Look, at this point, the closer we get to sunrise, and the longer the closer we get to us needing to take another long rest, I am considering which of them I'm going to bite. Because I get the distinct feeling I have to do that every day.
Tim's got to use.
You should not kill these people. This is the start of my minion army.
I'm not.
I think it's like your minion army.
Yeah, right. I'm not killing both of them. I'm killing one of them.
We've
We've already had this
easier with that
discussion.
thing,
It's
so-
my minion army, and he's one of my minions.
No.
We've had this discussion.
You don't have to kill them. I mean, you can try not to kill them.
I will try not to kill them, but that's unfortunately
You're
not.
not starving anymore after 3 days of not feeding, so it'll be much easier to control
Oh,
yourself.
that's good. Maybe I can actually just turn. Oh, maybe
But-
argue
but-
with my minions.
What else is
Very incompetent minions,
in
though.
the week?
The vampires, though.
There's also like a huge amount of
Yeah, but then
dead bodies upstairs.
that's the thing though. They'll be vampires, which means you got to spend eternity with them.
And
You want to spend eternity with them?
I don't think I care.
That's fair.
Like games on the Xbox.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so make sure you tune in on Thursday for the next episode of Star Wars.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Next
And
Monday
you,
for Princes of the Apocalypse. And next Tuesday again.
Wednesday.
For next Wednesday again.
Oi.
For the amazing adventures of Greg and Tim.
And nobody else.
Who's playing Greg and who's playing Tim?
Cody and Cody.
Cody and Cody.
Alright, cool. So you'll just see Cody next week.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining me tonight, though. See you later, guys.
See you.